The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Oldham High School's basketball starts now.
Good evening, everyone. We are live here on Glycod with the 8th Region Boys Semifinals here at the Royal Winchester Gymnasium on the campus of Henry County High School, expecting about a crowd of 4,000 or so tonight for these boys. Semifinal matchups tonight in the 8th Region alongside Oldham County legendary head coach Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar, and Gary, this first game, Walton-Verona, the small school against North Oldham. North Oldham in the top 10 all season long. They've got something to prove here tonight. A tough matchup for the Walton-Verona Bearcats.
Well, it'll be interesting tonight, Paul. These two teams opened the season at North Oldham. And surprisingly, it was the small school, Walton-Verona, that came out with a victory. So it's been a long time since that game happened. It'll be interesting tonight as we reach the semifinal play here at Henry County.
Henry County High School here, the site of this 8th Region tournament. Semifinal number 2, a rematch of the quarterfinals from last year, Gary, when the Spencer County squad upset South Oldham, and South Oldham's got to get some payback tonight.
Once again, some intricacies that occur. South Oldham, coached by legendary Steve Simpson, the oldest tenured coach in the region, coaches one of his former pupils from Spencer County, Coach Burns. So tonight, it's rematch time.
And we're going to have a huge crowd. We're thrilled to bring you all the action. You're going to stay with us. These two games back-to-back right here on Glycod.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard. Do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, making your life easier with quality products and quality service. Find out more at andersonsales.com.
Verona Bearcats, and it's semifinals. You're one of 64 teams in the state, and David versus Goliath. But you got some bigs that can combat their talent that, might give them some trouble. How do you feel about your team situation, your preparation for this game tonight against North Oldham?
Obviously, this year is a lot different than what it's been in the past. Normally, you get 3 to 4 days of prep. This time, we got 7 days, a little different. So I think we're prepared as the best we can. I almost think we might have overdid it a little bit just because of how many days we've had. But I think we're ready to go. I think our guys are locked in. They're pretty excited about the opportunity, and we're just ready to get it going.
Can you talk about the size advantage you have against most teams? How you look to utilize that tonight against a really tough North Oldham group that plays good team defense?
They do. I mean, their matchup zones really well, really good. But our big thing is every game we talk about, we always want to win the rebounding battle, and we've done that most of the games this year. Obviously, games that we don't win, we probably didn't win the rebounding battle, but we got 3 guys that love to get in there and bang downside. Each of them averaging 5-6 rebounds apiece, I think. But tonight it's going to be a collective effort. It ain't just going to be those 3. We're going to have all 5 guys on the glass.
Your big player, Gutman, scorer all over. Last week in that quarterfinal game in the 8th region tournament, he only took 1 or 2 shots in that. It seemed like for the first maybe 12 minutes or so. What got him going last week, and is that part of his style? Let the game come to him rather than forcing it?
So it's kind of been early on in the season. He did try to force some things because he wanted to get going, but I think as the year's gone on, he's kind of matured a little bit, and now he lets the game come to him like he did in Anderson. He didn't force anything. Normally he's coming over like, hey, can we get me going? Can we get me going? He did a really good job staying in the game, sticking to the game plan, and he let the game come to him.
And how's that going to help this week? Because your guys seem to rally around and pick up any slack that there was, but he got hot late as well. But they seem to he had a good all-around game last week.
He did, but like I just said earlier, it's going to be a collective effort tonight. With that matchup zone, we got to make shots. We got to make sure we're getting inside. We've emphasized paint touches. Hopefully we're able to get into the paint, get some guys on the outside, make some open shots, hopefully.
Thanks, Coach Hester. This is Glycod, our pregame show. Stay with us. We'll be back with more.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware, 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life. Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash. Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Arena on the campus of Henry County High School. For tonight's boys 8th Region semifinals, it is the North Oldham Mustangs. They are the host team on your scoreboard tonight against the visiting Walton-Verona Bearcats. And an inside look on tonight's game is presented by Blinds Direct, looking for the best in home decor. At Blinds Direct, they offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more, proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for the area's best selection. Alongside Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar, and Coach, your inside look for the Walton-Verona Bearcats.
Well, let's take a look. What we've got, Paul, is Walton-Verona led by one of the state's top 10 scorers, Aaron Gutman, averaging 24 points a game. Around him, they built a very unselfish group, and they like it up-tempo. They'll play about 7 or 8 deep. 3 inside guys love to mix it up around the basket. All of them average between 5 and 7 rebounds a game. They're good shooters, but more importantly, what I like as a former coach, they know their roles.
That's your inside look, brought to you by Blinds Direct for the Walton-Verona Bearcats. Now for the North Oldham Mustangs and head coach David Levitch.
Well, Coach Levitch always does a good job in this group. Many people thought it was a rebuild year, but they do a really good job. They've come out with open floor spread offense. They're very smart. They're physical. They use a matchup zone defense. A lot of people don't see that, and they're very solid in it. Their bench is limited. They only go about 3 deep, and they're very well coached.
That's your inside look on tonight's game, presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in-home decor at Blinds Direct. They offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for the area's best selection. That'll do it for your inside look. When we return, we'll have Gary's pregame interview with North Oldham head coach David Levitch. Stay with us. More to come on Glycod.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Definitely. Best competition.
Check it.
Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
GlyCod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/GlyCod.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from GlyCod.
Gary Forrest coming to you live from Henry County High School, where tonight, 8th Region Boys Semifinals, game number 1. It's the North Oldham Mustangs versus the Walton-Verona Bearcats. I'm here with Coach Dave Levitz. What about it, Coach? It's getting to be old hat.
Yeah, no, this was it was a long wait to get to the second round, but we're here. I think our guys are ready to go, and they're looking forward to it.
Well, something to savor, uniquely different, as a boys state tournament is a week later than normal, and as a result, you guys get to play tonight, and winner moves on to tomorrow night's finals.
Yeah, no, our practices have been good. We've had this team does well with practice. Like I said last week, our last couple of practices have been really good. We had a couple days off after our first game against Gallatin, but yeah, they seem ready to go.
Dave, we go back a long time. At the first of the season, you played these guys and lost. What have you learned about your team since then?
Well, it was a lot different of a team, obviously, for us. One, we played man in that game. We don't play man-to-man anymore. We had different personnel. I mean, when I went back and watched that game, it was not good. But that was the very, very first game of the year. I don't really know why we played a region team first game of the year, but it's just how it worked out. But it was we learned a lot from watching that game, even though we're a different team now. Obviously, they have Aaron Gutman, who's really good. Regardless of when you played them, they have good shooters. We're going to have to be ready for all their shooters and try to contain Gutman.
Dave, you mentioned that, as a team you've learned, you've changed and stuff, but you also mentioned as a coach you learned. And one of the things you learned was maybe man-to-man is not this team's forte.
Well, yeah, it's weird because the year we went to the state tournament, we were really good at zone. The next year, we didn't really play zone. Last year, we were awful at zone, and then we started messing with the zone this year around Christmas time and the King of the Bluegrass, and then we lost it at Henry County this year against the Sales. We played man, and after that, I was like, we're playing zone, and we're just going to roll with it, and this team has really adapted to it well. The top of it, Grace Schmidt's been really good, and then the middle, Colin Daniels is so good at help defense, and, from top to bottom, that's why we've been really good at it. We have good ball pressure, good help defense with Colin at the 5, and our guys have really gotten good at it, and I don't really want to – we don't even practice man-to-man. I don't even want to switch it up at this point.
Well, Coach, you have that good blend of youth and experience, and your experienced guys really toward the end of the year have kind of helped you over the big humps.
Yeah, Brooks Cargold has been fantastic this year, to be honest. He was never really a primary ball handler, and we made him the point guard and told him he had to be the point guard, and he's done really well with it. And Grace Schmidt and all our guys, older guys, Colin Daniels, it's his first year, but he's a junior, and he's done really well, rebounding, playing defense, and he's a good kid.
Last thing, Coach, things you got to do tonight to be successful?
Well, we're going to have to limit the three for them especially. They have a lot of shooters around Gutman, and then we're going to have to contain Gutman. I don't think it's any secret. He shot like 300 more shots than the next guy on his team, so we're going to have to limit his good attempts because he's going to get shots up and then just contain the three.
You've heard it from Coach Dave Levitz, where tonight is North Oldham Mustangs play host to the Walton-Verona Bearcats in 8th Region semifinal action. This is Gary Forrest for Glycod.com.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind. At Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit ritchieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street. Helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy here at Henry County High School, Royal Winchester Gymnasium, expecting a 4,000 near capacity crowd of 4,000 people here tonight. Alongside Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar. Want to remind everyone that this broadcast is authorized by Henry County High School and the 8th Region, with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive presentation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. We thank you for watching. And now for our starting lineups tonight. Starting lineups are brought to you by Mortensen Family Dental. A healthy smile means a healthier you. Visit mortensendental.com to locate an office near you. For the visiting Walton-Verona Bearcats and head coach Mike Hester. At forward, a 6'6" senior, averaging 23.7 points and 6.9 rebounds per game. He wears number 33, Aaron Gutman. At forward, a 6'4 senior averaging 11 points and 5.7 rebounds per game. He wears number 1, Aiden Kearns. Also at forward, a tough Energizer Bunny underneath the boards. He's a 6'4 senior, averages 6.8 points and 6.4 rebounds per game. Number 24, John Strunk. At guard, a 6-foot sophomore averaging 6 points and 1.5 rebounds per game. Number 12, Adam Gutman. And at guard, averaging 4.5 points and 1.6 rebounds per game. He is their point guard. He wears number 4, Justin Hester. That's Hester, Gutman, Strunk, Kearns, and Gutman for head coach Mike Hester and the Walton-Verona Bearcats. And now, for the North Oldham Mustangs for head coach David Levitch. At guard, a 5'8 freshman averaging 16 points per game. He wears number 2, Austin Sears. Also at guard, the point guard, a 6-foot senior averaging 12.2 points and 4.9 rebounds per game. Number 11, Brooks Cargould. At forward, a 6'4 sophomore, 9.3 points and 4 rebounds per game. Number 13, Tommy Gregg. At guard, a 5'11 senior averaging 8.9 points and 2.5 rebounds per game. Number 10, Gray Schmidl. And at forward, 6'5 junior, getting better every game, 7.7 points and 6.4 rebounds per game. He wears number 15, Colin Daniels. That's Daniels, Schmidl, Gregg, Cargould, and Sears for head coach David Levitch. And Gary, 2 really solid starting 5s.
Very much so, and they'll depend on them a lot. Both teams, after they get about 7 players, then they kind of reach the unknown part of their bench. You know, sometimes good, sometimes not so good. And look for 2 contrasting styles tonight. North will be maybe a little more deliberate, and if you're the Bearcats of Walton-Verona, you're going to look to get it out and push it.
Well, those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Mortensen Family Dental. A healthy smile means a healthier you. Visit mortensendental.com to locate an office near you. As we said, the crowd filling in. We're expecting a really healthy group here tonight, probably approaching the capacity of, 4,300 here, Gary?
About 43, usually on a semi-night. This year a little different because of the date switches and all. I look for maybe 35 to 3,800 in here tonight.
I believe 12 teams have already punched their ticket to the state tournament and 4 more to go, correct?
Very much so. You know, all regions had their choice of how they wanted to break up this 2-week period. Most of them went for, let's get the boys played as soon as possible, not to interfere with the girls. And there were a few, like the 8th region, decided we'll break it up a little bit. We'll let the girls finish, play for 3 days, then have about a 4-day break, then play again.
Well, and that's what these 2 teams did. Played last Monday night in the quarterfinals, both teams. And here they are now in the semis. The winner of tonight will take on the winner of Game 2 at South Oldham and Spencer County. When we return, final break, should be ready for tip-off. Stay with us. Opening semifinal game number 1 from Henry County on Glycod.
To be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard. Do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
From Glycod, it's Oldham High School's basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring the Waste Wizard search engine. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. German American Bank, serving our community since 1910. LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Operation Parent, and Financial Solutions Incorporated. Now courtside for all the action of Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
To be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
From Glycod, it's Oldham High School's basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring the Waste Wizard search engine. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. German American Bank, serving our community since 1910. LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Operation Parent, and Financial Solutions Incorporated. Now courtside for all the action of Oldham High School's basketball on Glycod.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome in our 8th Region Boys semifinal matchup number 1. It is this North Oldham Mustangs against the Bearcats of Walton-Verona. And I got to tell you, the excitement in the air, both teams. We have the pep band from North Oldham right next to us, and we've got a team in Walton-Verona that already has an upset win. First game of the season, 65-57 over these North Oldham Mustangs. The teams have played over 24 games since, and this North Oldham team completely different than they were at that time. Alongside legendary Oldham County head coach, retired now, Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar. And Gary, big difference in what these two teams are now and where they were back on December 3rd.
Well, very much so. You know, every team in the state can probably say that, and I would think that North Oldham probably has grown more than, probably 5 other teams in the state. You know, everybody thought they would be good, but they just didn't know where the youth would be, and that youth has grown from the beginning, and they play a very competitive schedule. It's made them grow up, and we'll get a chance to see just how much tonight.
This North Oldham squad in their white home uniforms, teal numbers and letters with the black trim, and the Bearcats of Walton-Verona High School, the small school as far away as you want to get from the 8th Region Central location. Walton-Verona in their black with white letters and numbers and white trim. Here's your jump ball, Daniels and Gutman. Aiden Gutman, one of the top scorers in the state. And it was won by Gutman, but it got to Gray Schmidl's hand, and the Mustangs will start. Austin Sears being guarded by the 6'6" Adam Gutman. Underneath it goes to Daniels. Good play to start. He gets the ball, that little half hook over Strunk. Doesn't go. Strunk with the rebound, and here comes Walton-Verona. Man-to-man from Walton-Verona on defense. This time down, it's North Oldham's matchup zone. The miss from Aaron Gutman, knocked out of bounds by his brother Adam, younger brother Adam.
Well, both teams this early part of the first quarter sort of filling each other out.
One possession each. Both tried to go inside. 6'5" Daniels with North's first shot was off, and there he gets a pass from Brooks Cargold. Terrific look from the point guard to Daniels for the layup. And then down the other end, Justin Hester overthrows Aaron Gutman. He's 6'6", he needs to be 8'6" to get that one.
Once again, Walton-Verona trying to push the ball up quick and maybe a little too quick for the teammate. Ball thrown out of bounds. North ball, midcourt.
Gary, I was young enough to remember the 1979 NCAA tournament. I was in junior high, 8th grader, and a 7th grader actually in that year. And there's Cargold again, just lays it out there for Daniels to retrieve it, and Daniels with the layup. And we just remember Michigan State's matchup zone. And when you heard that as a kid, you had no idea how to deal with it. This matchup zone from North Oldham is really good.
It's good, but that's part of the mystique, making people stop and think. And sometimes that presents a problem.
And stopping and thinking, no chance to think there. Aiden Kearns with a nice look from the corner three. He misses, but the Energizer Bunny, John Strunk, he was a big factor in that game, in that quarterfinal win last week, and he knocked it out of bounds, so
Strunk's
possession.
One of those frontline players, gets on the floor, plays the other team's best player, does all the dirty work, so to speak.
Good game versus Simon Kenton. There's Tommy Gregg, first time we called his name. Gregg, 6'4", sophomore, looks to be closer to 6'6" now. It looks like he's grown all year. Inside it goes to Daniels. He fakes. Left-hand jump hook. Good Strunk. Strong on defense, and he picks up the air ball.
North really emphasizing the inside game right off the bat.
Good pressure defense from Gray Schmidl. Gray Schmidl, number 10. He was the Glycod Oldham County Football Player of the Year. As a wide receiver defensive back, he was superb. The all-time career wide receiver receiving in yards, and there is Aaron Gutman. Hits the first bucket for Walton-Verona. Nice 12-footer from the baseline.
Gutman, nice touch. Stands about 6'5", 6'6", got a good stroke.
Love seeing that. Not just looking for threes. He's got that mid-range game too. Cargold down the lane, attacks. Can't get that to go. Strunk with the rebound. Here comes Hester. Hester looking. Adam Gutman, Aaron's younger brother, can't hit that three. Rebound comes to Schmidl, who gets it to Cargold, and now Sears will run the offense. Interesting matchup here, the 5'9" Sears against the 6'6" Gutman.
Well, Gutman doesn't block a lot of shots, but being 6'6", that range, I think they hope.
Great hesitation from Cargold, in for the left-handed layup.
That will make Sears' size work against him. There's the matchup, trapping in the corner.
Cargold with the active hands on Gutman. Daniels tips it, then Schmidl tips it to Cargold. Here they come. The Mustangs looking left corner three. Sears got it.
Great stroke, and that's why they have the big one on him. They've got to find him. Sears started a little slow the last game, but right out of the box tonight, he hits his first one, 9-2. North Oldham.
30-second timeout from Walton-Verona. We'll take a quick 30-second break. Come back with more on Glycod.
The one way a good person goes to prison is to hurt or kill someone while driving drunk. Why would you throw your life away? John and I are asking you, please don't drink and drive.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy here at Henry County High School alongside Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar, and just 3.5 minutes into this first quarter, Gary, and North Oldham looks a lot different than they did last week coming out of the gate. They were up 9-2 last week as well, but look really under control here.
Play a little faster this time around. They're at the tempo they want, and once again, as Coach Hester said, dealing with a different format, days off and stuff this year. He just hoped they didn't give their kids too much, because kind of like a sponge, you can only absorb so much.
There's that corner three. Gutman, no good. Gutman the younger, but rebound Strunk, can't get it to go. Rebound Aaron Gutman, and he puts it in. That's 4 points for Gutman, and he has both tallies for the Bearcats.
Once again, Bearcats showed they're willing to go to board. 3 offensive rebounds, and the third one was the charm.
Aaron Gutman averaging almost 24 a game, 23.7. Season high 45 in mid-February at Tate's Creek. There's Sears with Gutman on him, 35 feet from the basket. He dribbles, ticks up the scoop shot, and he was ridden to the baseline by Aaron Gutman, and the big fella with his first foul. Sears to the line for 2.
You know, I really liked what Sears did. You know, overmatched by size. He drove it on Gutman, didn't make the shot, but got a foul. And if you're Coach Hester, that's something you have to worry about. What if he starts driving and gets my most valuable offensive player in foul trouble?
Austin Sears, 91% from the line. Makes the second, missed the first, so if he's to reach his season-long free throw percentage, he's got to shoot about 8 more and make them all. Excellent shooter is Sears. Now against this zone defense, Hester looking, and he could not find Kearns. The turnover goes to Sears, who finds Cargold. Now to Sears to start the offense.
Turnover number 3 by Walton-Verona.
North Oldham does such a good job of defending, getting their hands in the passing lanes. Cargold, little 10-footer, can't get that to go. Rebound, I think that's his 4th rebound, is Strunk. Strunk way out. Aaron Gutman drives to the basket, and they get their hands on it again. That's what they do. You drive, you better have a good handle, and he did, but that foul was on the backside on Brooks Cargold, his first, team first.
Gutman on the inbounds play underneath the basket. You always watch that step-in man.
Oh, and they put it on. That's such a tough pass to catch right at the feet of his younger brother, Adam.
Yeah, Gutman kind of short-kneed him on that one, and the ball bounces out of bounds. Turnover number 4.
Tommy Gregg checks out for North Oldham. In is Gus Soule, and Soule, the senior, with possession of the ball, or the junior, 6-foot junior, averages 2.8 points and 1.4 rebounds per game. Soule wears number 12. Here is Cargold, gets a screen from Daniels. Over to Sears. Sears drives into the lane. He, the left-handed runner, can't get that to go. Strunk with his 5th rebound. Strunk, oh, the cross-court pass picked off by Cargold. He goes in for the left-handed score. The layup is good, and it's an 8-point lead. Strunk to Kearns. Kearns gets turned around, and Gray Schmidl called for the foul on the reach.
The guards work really well. Remind me of 2 beagles out in the field chasing rabbits. One will turn them, the other will trap him.
And combined effort results in dinner. Or in this case, a turnover. But no turnover here this time. It is another foul, 2nd team foul on North Oldham. They got to get it across half court. They can't. With the steal is Gus Soule. He's fouled and lays it in. Gus Soule with a 3-point play.
Well, turnover number 6 for Walton-Verona, you know, at this pace.
And that was Wyatt Shearer with the foul. He's wearing number 13. He checked in for Gutman, and Strunk takes a seat.
Well, Paul,
for Strunk is Cole Dryden.
With a matchup zone, they'll trap you in different areas. They've trapped in the corner. That time they trapped out front and gapped this guard-to-guard pass for an easy steal layup.
An 11-point lead, North Oldham in this first quarter. Hester for the alley-oop and the one-handed stuff. Aaron Gutman, all 6 points for his Bearcats.
Well, that would get your attention if you haven't heard of him. That's why he's one of the state's top scorers. Mostly from the outside, but he showed there he can climb the wall if he has to.
The co-8th Region Boys Player of the Year, along with Armello Boone of Woodford County, went up there high to get it. Schmidl, 3, got it. Oh, off the front end, and Daniels with the rebound. Schmidl, back to Daniels. That looked good all the way. It was just short from Schmidl, and North Oldham, with a minute to play, going to get their offense reset. Gus Sewell. Schmidl to the left wing. Inside to Daniels. He's getting belted up by Dryden. He's getting pushed hard, but no call. Rebound comes down to Aaron Gutman. Aaron finds Dryden. Dryden loses the handle. Lots of hands active to Sears. Gets the steal. Up ahead to Schmidl. Cross court to Cargold. And with under 30 seconds, they're going to take their time on this last one, Gary.
Well, turnover number 7 on that last possession for Walton-Verona. As you mentioned, looks like North will go for one with 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Sears against Cole Dryden. Cole Dryden, the 6'1 junior. Had a strong game last week against Simon Kenton. Sears with the runner, can't get it to go. Gutman, 4-3, chance for Kearns, and that's blocked by Brooks Cargold. End of the first quarter. It's North Oldham Mustangs 15, the Bearcats of Walton-Verona 6. We'll be back with second quarter action when we return on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy here. Royale Winchester Gymnasium here on the campus of Henry County High School. It's a 9-point lead for the North Oldham Mustangs over Walton-Verona in this semifinal game. Good first quarter, Gary, for these North Oldham Mustangs.
Paul, when you get to the regional, and particularly the semifinals, you can't afford to make turnovers. And right now, 7 turnovers the first quarter for Walton-Verona.
And as a general rule, nice screen by Kearns, but that pass a little long for Adam Gutman. He's stuck in the corner, knocked out of bounds. Brooks Cargold knocked it off of Gutman for the turnover, number 8. And Gary, when you get an X number of turnovers, how many points do you as a coach want to see your team generate from turnovers?
Well, you want to score off turnovers, obviously, but, you know, to me, every turnover had a value of 3 points. 2 for the other team didn't get, and maybe 1 you would be able to get.
And there's 2 for Cargold as he got a nice screen. Good drive, strong to the hoop past Kearns. Matching their largest lead of the game. And there's the quick hands, Gus Soul. And he gets tripped up, dives for the ball, knocks it in. Not saved as Sears out of bounds. Great energy and fight from Hester there for Walton-Verona.
Well, a good adjustment
turnover
by David Levitt's, North's coach, a few minutes back. He went without size, and he brought in another guard. So they went 4 guards, 1 post player, and it seems to help them pick up the tempo.
Oh, but that one backs him down. That was Aiden Kearns. He backs down Daniels. Daniels didn't want to pick up a cheap one. And Kearns turns around. First bucket for someone other than Aaron Gutman for Walton-Verona. Cargold finds Sears into the lane. Another scoop shot missed, and here comes Aaron Gutman down the lane, left hand. The wizardry of the big man.
Well, Gutman is showing the whole package, outside, inside, lob, dunk.
Not forcing it either. He's
no.
letting it come to him, taking a shot. I like the way he saw the opening, Gary, took off.
Well, he's playing within his offense. You know, and his coach has to appreciate it, and I'm sure his teammates do. You know, so many times big scorers make the offense about themselves. Gutman's done a great job letting it come to him.
And it's a 5-0 run for the Bearcats of Walton-Verona. Down now by 6. Gus Sewell against Hester. Cargold, the point guard. There's Tommy Gregg. Good man pressure from Walton-Verona, the Bearcats. Craig, nice step through, up over Kearns, can't get it to go, and who's there for the rebound? Rebound number 6 for John Strunk, the machine. And a terrific off balance, took a bump, but Aaron Gutman, and he gets his team hyped. He has 11 points now for Walton-Verona. 30-second timeout for North Oldham. We'll stay right here during this break. Gary, what has Walton-Verona done to get back in this one?
Well, they've done a great job of missed shots by North Oldham. It's been one shot and out right now. They've out-rebounded North 10-4. So where they've made turnovers and gave the ball up, they've done a great job defensively, limiting one rebound and out for North Oldham.
You know, last week it was the ball kept finding Strunk underneath the basket, and I'm not sure if he finished with 11 or 12, 13 rebounds, whatever it was, but it seems to find him when he gets off his man very well to rebound.
Well, you know, that's an old saying. I like to say he finds the ball.
Yes.
You know, and he's done a great job, got a great nose for the ball, if you will.
6 boards for him. He's out-rebounded North by 2 single-handedly. Right wing, Cargold directing traffic against Sears, or against Gutman. Soul, as Sears is on the bench getting a rest. Gray Schmidl in for him. Cargold got hit in the nose inadvertently. Inside, Daniels, who turns, fakes. He's in the lane, 3 seconds, no call, and now there is. He was in there for 5 or 6, and that's something the young man will learn.
Well, I thought he got a break early. He got the ball, had it for about 5 seconds in the lane, fanned it out, but never got out of the lane to reset the count. And was probably in there for a good 8 seconds. Yeah. You were being kind.
2 things he's got to learn is finishing over a defender from that 6-foot and in range. And I suspect that will come with a little more maturity and practice.
Well, he's a football quarterback and a good one, I understand.
Oh,
and, you know,
great one.
Still getting the football out of him this time of the season.
And the dive war for the battle for the rebound on the floor. Held ball, possession arrow goes North Oldham's way.
Well, Daniels showed it to him with a pile of players. He was maybe the second or third one in there, but he's the one that came out with the ball.
He throws darts on the football field, and Gray Schmidl caught a lot of them. In their final regular season game this year against Oldham County, Schmidl 5 touchdown receptions. He had 5 touchdowns and an interception to close out the game. Phenomenal performance from both him and his quarterback, Colin Daniels.
Well, just very good athletes.
Indeed. Cargold as well. Tommy Gregg looking for backdoor cuts and good solid screens. Running this offense is Cargold all the way inside, but good defense from Aaron Gutman, denying him that opportunity for an easy bucket. Daniels up high.
Good defensive effort by Walton-Verona right now, going on about 45 seconds.
The original starting 5 for North Oldham in, as Soul is on the bench now for Austin Sears. Cargold, the little 8-foot bunny, no good. Rebound number 7 for John Strunk. Coaches love seeing a guy like Strunk on the floor. He just finds every rebound.
Well, people ask a lot of times, how come that guy plays? He doesn't score much. In his role, he doesn't have to.
He gives the team opportunities to score for sure. Kearns through his legs. He drives. He's held up by Austin Sears. And that will be Sears' first foul, team second. Out it goes, Gutman 3 from 25. Off the rim, there's Brooks Cargold. For a guard like Cargold, he really rebounds well.
Well, that's that football in him.
Tommy Gregg kicks it out. Schmidl drives left, gets around underneath the basket, out to Cargold, 3, short. Rebound comes down to Kearns. See if the Bearcats can cut into this 4-point lead. It was 11. They've scored a bunch in a row, and Gutman can't get the follow jam off the Aiden Kearns miss. It was 17-6, 7-0 run by the Bearcats. See Gutman on Cargold, trying to negate. Sears goes through the lane. Cargold against Gutman. Here comes Gregg, spin move. Nice step back, 12-footer, Tommy Gregg. First bucket since early in this quarter for North Oldham. Down the lane, and that's Adam Gutman, the sophomore. Gets that one down. And it's back to 4-point lead for North Oldham.
Well, last 4 minutes, it's been a straight even-up game between these two.
Gregg with the three, no good. Rebound down to Gutman. Aaron gonna just bring it across deliberately into the front court. Schmidt almost knocked that away. Kearns, nice turnaround. 14-footer just inside the free throw line. And it's a 2-point game. Confidence with these Bearcats of Walton-Verona. Oh, nice backdoor cut. Gray Schmidl, he lays it up, but he threw it up high off the board. Aiden Kearns with the strong rebound in traffic. Verona, the Bearcats seemingly solving this tough matchup zone from North Oldham. Hester, long three, short. Rebound into the hands of Schmidl. It looks like Daniels may have some opportunities real close to the basket. I don't know if he knows how easy it could be just to shoot up over these guys. As Sears finds it, that elbow jumper off the good screen from Tommy Gregg.
Just really silky smooth, got a great touch.
Kearns, tough. Oh, boy. That's a tough whistle on Daniels as Kearns took it strong to the basket. Looked like Daniels got the hand on it for a jump ball, but first foul on Daniels, 48 seconds. Walton-Verona, I think, has been called for one foul in this first half. Maybe two?
I'm thinking two, but, they've done a great job with the exception of the 8 turnovers they have. And speaking of turnovers, I'm looking down my list here. I don't have North Oldham for a turnover.
Exactly. And he hits one of two. It's a 3-point lead, 48 seconds remaining. Brooks Cargold takes a seat as Gus Soul returns to the floor. Sears against Gutman. 5'9" against 6'6". There's Soul against Hester. Schmidl. Sears. Dangerously close to half court, but no call. He wasn't near it. Schmidl gets a little held there. Corner three, fires short, air ball, and that is it. End of the first half. Desperation heave falls way short. It was a 12-6 advantage for Walton-Verona in the second half. They closed the North Oldham lead to 3 at 21-18. We'll be back with our halftime programming. Stay with us on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit OperationParent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy and Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management. Find out how to recycle or dispose of any item with Waste Wizard at oldhamcountyky.gov under Solid Waste Management.
For the latest updates on all things high school athletics, including continuous score updates, visit glycod.com. We really enjoy what we do and appreciate your support. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions, clarity for your financial future. And alongside Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar. And Gary, it's 21-18 at the half here. A really strong second quarter from Walton-Verona. It's not just Aaron Gutman doing the work.
No, it isn't. And what I liked about Gutman is, he's one of the state's top 10 scorers, but he's not a guy that has to have the ball in his hands all the time. He let the game come to him. His teammates saw that. They got him involved. And what was one time a 9-2 deficit, they've cut this thing to 3 points here at the half.
And a good half for North Oldham, but lacking that scoring finish in and around the basket.
Well, they went inside early, missed about their first 3 or 4 shots, and then kind of went away from it. I look to see them maybe go back to that as we start the second half. But, when you look at stats, one of the things that North has done, they played an entire first half with 0 turnovers. So that when you don't have 0 turnovers, that means you get more shots on basket.
We're going to take our second halftime break, and we'll come back with a closer look at those stats when we return. Stay with us on Glycod.
To be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind. At Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit ritchieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street. Helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy here, the Roy L. Winchester Gymnasium here on the campus of Henry County High School. 21-18 at the half, North Oldham up by 3 over the Walton-Verona Bearcats. Tonight's halftime stats are brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. Alongside Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar. Gary, these halftime stats tell a good tale in some ways, but boy, in other ways, one stat's tilted towards North, and the other one's tilted toward Walton-Verona.
It is, but what it also shows is how Walton was able to get back in the game after initially being down almost double figures. So let's take a look at Walton-Verona's stats first. They're 7 for 11. They're shooting over 50%. They out-rebounded their opponent. They've got 13 rebounds, but the kicker for Walton-Verona, 8 big turnovers, which costs you points every time you turn it over.
Indeed.
North Oldham, 8 for 18. They've got 7 rebounds, so they've been out-rebounded by 6. But get this, at the high school level, no turnovers for an entire half.
That's really strong for a a team, especially like North, who piles up shots, and they shoot really well from the field. It's just a matter of getting those shots to go down.
Well, you don't want to get complacent, and I thought maybe North got a little bit complacent, and they quit going inside after initially they really tried to establish an inside game. I look for them to go back to that and get them going a little bit. Daniels had good looks from 4 feet in and just missed some early shots.
And good defense by those front court players from Walton-Verona, the 6'4" Kearns, the 6'4" Strunk, and the 6'6" Gutman.
Well, both teams' defense have forced the other teams to change a little bit. So hats off to both teams in their early defense.
There's
another
steal
turnover.
Right away. Tipped by Schmidl, picked up by Cargold. Sears 3, got it. Huge start. Sears' first 3 and a steal. They turned over Walton-Verona, which they hadn't done since the early portion of the second quarter. Very early in the second quarter. Gutman to Hester. A 1-3-1 look, but it is a matchup. Zone defense with man principles all over the floor for this North Oldham team in the white uniforms. There's Gutman, and 35 feet from the basket, 125-pound Sears, maybe 135 pounds.
That's kind of interesting. Most of the games we've seen from this outfit of officials from Central Kentucky, they've kind of let them play, but tonight it's been from time to time a little nitpicky.
That's the I think the Bearcats have only been whistled twice as Gutman gets into the lane, stops, pops, and drops from 12 feet.
Well, once again, Gutman playing really well tonight, and he's going to have to. That's one of the things we mentioned. Gutman is going to have to score, and he's got to have to find help.
14 of his team's 20 points. Tommy Gregg goes in the lane, fakes Kearns in the air, lays it up and good. Solid play by Gregg. He's a good player for a sophomore.
Well, we talked about Gregg having to get more involved inside, both he and Daniels.
And Strunk with the lay-in. The assist from Kearns, a really good cut by Strunk. And Kearns saw him cutting, gave him that little dish.
Both teams out of the locker room 2 for 2 starting this third quarter, and there's Daniels missing another point-blank shot inside.
Colin Daniels yet to find the range from 6 feet and in. There's Kearns inside. He gives him a little push. Good defense from Daniels. Ball goes up in the air and out of bounds as Daniels lets it go. He thought it went off Kearns, but they called it off of North Oldham.
The old adage, when in doubt, grab it.
Into the corner, Adam Gutman, and he drains it. The sophomore. They called it for 3 or for 2. They gave it to the wrong team. It should be 26-25 on the scoreboard.
I'm sure they've got enough fans surrounding them over there. They'll take care of that.
And there's a little jumper from Gregg. No good. Rebound Strunk.
Well, Gregg seems a little tight.
3 from Gutman deep, but there's Strunk, his 8th rebound, blocked by Daniels, and it comes down, and they're going to call a foul on Strunk.
Well, Strunk, he's kind of got that adage that any ball comes off is his.
8 rebounds tonight so far for Strunk.
Well, that's just starting the second half. Very active.
It's a 1-point lead for North Oldham. Cargold gets the screen, goes inside, can't hit it. Almost tracked down the rebound, but Aaron Gutman steals it. Tommy Gregg tips it away from Gutman out of bounds.
See what Cargill and Schmidl both have really been off just a tad. They've hit balls up and just hit the rim, bounced off. Things normally have dropped for them.
Wide open elbow jumper from Kearns, can't get it to go. Cargill with the rebound, he's going to run. 4-on-3 if he has time. Schmidl 3, in and out, no good. Rebound number 9 John the Machine Strunk. And into the basket goes Kearns, and foul on Daniels. He'll go to the line for 3, Will Kearns. And the first lead of the night for the Walton-Verona Bearcats.
Well, one of the things we said in our early looks is, can Walton-Verona match the physical play of North Oldham? And right now, I'd say they have, if not a little more so.
They're winning that battle short by Kearns. 1-point lead for the Bearcats. They're scoring at the rim a lot easier than North Oldham is inside. Cargill goes inside. There's the layup. Can't get it to go.
Another one by North missed. Point blank.
Adam Kearns gets fouled by Tommy Gregg. Walton-Verona not afraid to run with North Oldham.
No, we said earlier, they liked up tempo, and they're taking advantage of it right now. Remember, back in December, first game of the year at North Oldham, surprisingly, many said Walton-Verona got off a victory against North Oldham.
And on this St. Patrick's Day, the good fortune is striking on Walton-Verona's end as Strunk comes back in.
Yeah, got him gassed up a little bit, sent him back in, said get us some more rebounds.
Dryden takes a seat, and Gutman hits 1 of 2 for a 2-point lead for the Bearcats. Cargill, Daniels, down, nice back cut by Gray Schmidl, and his layup is good. Timeout immediately by David Levitch. So when we return, we'll take a break as well. Full timeout here. We'll return in 60. Tie score at 28. Stay with us on Glycod.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy Henry County High School. 28 all here halfway through the third quarter, Gary Forrest. It has been a really strong middle section, the second quarter and halfway through this third quarter from the Bearcats of Walton-Verona.
Well, if the Bearcats can cut down their turnovers, which 8 the first half and only 1 so far in this third quarter. They're doing a great job on the boards once again, out-rebounding North 5-2 here in the third quarter. North a little different look on 1-3-1 matchup now.
Got Sears up front, and there's the steal. Greg picks it off to Schmidl, to Sears. Sears gets it blocked by Aaron Gutman. Comes down into the hands of Strunk, and he throws it away.
Well, 2 turnovers, a rebound, and a throwaway.
Sears was looking for a call there.
I'll tell you what, great block down here by Walton-Verona. What appeared to be an easy basket for North, and they got nil.
But they get the possession back on the turnover, and he gets fouled by Gutman this time, does Brooks Cargold. A little more body on Cargold and a lot of body from Gutman on his back, whereas Sears doesn't have as much body as Cargold.
If Sears had taken that hit, they would have bounced off the stage. Cargold with a little bit of football in him, just another day.
And he hits the first of 2. And that's one of the other things, when you're at a decided size disadvantage, you go too deep into the lane, those long arms of these longer 6'4", 6'6" guys from Walton-Verona, they'll get the swat on you.
Well, either that or make you change your shot.
Yes.
And we've seen both.
We've seen quite a bit of it. Into the game, Gus Soul for Tommy Gregg.
You know, we talked about the limited bench. Both teams right now, Walton-Verona has used 7 players, and North Oldham only 6.
Cargold misses the second. Gutman comes down with that rebound. Hester goes into the elbow to Kearns. Kearns drives, loses the handle. Cargold picks it up. Turnover number 3 this half. And Gus Soul had the line, but he couldn't go. Kicks it out. Sears 3, and he gets fouled.
Well, not only does he get fouled, he gets fouled on a three-pointer.
Yeah. Now, Gary, it looked like it was after the shot he got fouled. It was close, but a split second longer, that probably would have been a common foul and not a shooting?
Probably, but you know what you normally see, Paul, it's a great point. If you get fouled on the shot or many times after the shot, they still give them 3.
So there is the first of 3 from Sears.
Would be splitting hairs, and that'd be another TV replay that they looked at for another 25 seconds.
2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's 1 of 3 from the line from Sears tonight. And now 2 of 4 as he gives the Mustangs a 3-point lead.
I think Cargo needs to get more involved in their offense just because the way they're letting them play.
Hester stolen away by Schmidl, knocked away. There's Sears. He goes up, lays it in. Schmidl with the quick hands. Schmidl inspiring his teammates, pushing them. Let's get the defense going, he says.
Walton-Verona led briefly by 2 points, and now they're down again.
Gutman, corner 3, no good. Turns with the big rebound. Hester, right side, Gutman. Gutman, the elder, gets fouled. Boy, he starts going. It's tough to stop him on a drive. They had 2 guys held him down. I don't know who they gave it to.
Well, he's improved so much.
Gus Soul with the foul, his team's 4th.
Since the beginning of the year, and Gutman I'm talking about, who he felt like he had to have the ball at all times, and now he's letting the game come to him, and he's a much better player. He was a good player then.
Oh, and he loses it into the backcourt, and the turnover again. Gutman last week against Simon Kenton, 14 points and a rebound, but he had those 14 points mostly late in the second quarter through the second half. He let his team play that first half against Simon Kenton.
Well, they started off this quarter with only 1 turnover, but now they're up to 6. So the turnover boogaboo has hit them again.
That's Schmidl, high left, second best 3-point shooter on the team behind Sears. Cargold against Gutman. Gets a screen from Daniels. Oh, Cargo was looking for Daniels. Daniels got spun around after that screen, so he couldn't roll very well. There's Sears against Hester. He gets a screen. Out to the corner. Cargold 3. Short. Bodies flying everywhere. Soul and Aaron Gutman on the floor. And Strunk loses the handle, and he carried it. Get up, big fella. Don't worry about it. You're giving your team nothing but great performance inside on the boards.
Turnover number 7 for Walton-Verona in this third quarter.
Just keep playing through them. Erase your mistake, as Scotty Davenport of the Bellarmine Knights, now retired, would always say, erase your mistake. There's Daniels against Strunk. Daniels inside, kicks it back out. Daniels.
Strunk has done a really good job on Daniels, just bumping him a little with his chest.
And there's the sweet, smooth, silky smooth, left-handed runner from Sears, and the 7-point lead prompts Coach Hester, Mike Hester, Walton-Verona to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 30 seconds, we'll be back. Stay with us. Third quarter finish to come on Glycod.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball.
from Glycod.
7-point lead now for North Oldham alongside Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar. Gary, what sparked this run from North Oldham, this defense? What have they been doing differently in this third quarter?
Well, they've just turned them over. They've turned the heat up a little bit. They've trapping out front and gapping the return pass.
And there's a little jumper from Strunk. He gets rewarded. The great touch.
Well, it was a shot that he didn't want to shoot that he took.
And it front rim, back rim, front rim, side rim, and in.
Yeah, the ball wasn't sure wanted to go in either. You're right.
He had the nice rotation on that. And there is finally the pick and roll, the slam from Daniels, the foul by Strunk. Well, Daniels, his first bucket.
That was a set play called by Coach Levitz after the last timeout by Walton. High screen. They're able to roll Daniels, got him shaped up. He jumps well. He actually took contact and was able to go ahead and dunk the ball.
Daniels for the three-point play. He gets his third point of the game in this third quarter.
Well, a good 3 points for him. I think I would still try to get him involved a little more.
And then Kearns in the lane, and he is fouled by, or Gutman is underneath, fouled by Soul.
Yeah, Soul did a good job putting the body on Gutman, maybe a little too much, but you know, hey, you want that big one, the good one, to know that you know where he's at.
It really wasn't much of a shove, but he got him right at the right time when he was leaving his feet, which knocked him down.
Yep.
You got to call that. That's an easy foul to call. Fifth foul on North, but only 6 seconds left. 4 on Walton-Verona, so 2 free throws for the last 41.6 on every foul. Free throw is good from Gutman. What did he miss? He was 1 for his first 7 or 8 last week, Gary?
Yeah.
From the line? It was bizarre.
We talked about such a good prolific shooter and scorer, and the ball was all over the rim, but once he started making.
He made them.
Yeah,
he made them count. He made those 2 count as well. 6-point lead now for North Oldham. Aaron Gutman.
North generally won't get in a hurry with 30 seconds to go here in this third quarter.
Cargould with the spread offense, the 4 corners. Daniels in the middle. Gus Soul in for Tommy Gregg in the starting 5. Cargould, Schmidl, back to Cargould, 10 seconds. To Sears, Sears against Hester. Sears gets the screen. 5, gets into the lane, stripped away. There's Soul, his runner, no good. Rebound, and the end of the third quarter. It's North Oldham up 38-32 over the Walton-Verona Bearcats. Fourth quarter, straight ahead, 8 minutes to go in this semifinal number 1 in the 8th region here at the Roy. Stay with us on Glycod.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
The one way a good person goes to prison is to hurt or kill someone while driving drunk. Why would you throw your life away? John and I are asking you, please don't drink and drive.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the law offices of DeCamillis and Mattingly in Louisville. Our reputation is our trademark.
Welcome back to the Roy, alongside legendary head coach Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar. We are thrilled to bring you this game and the next. It'll be Spencer County and South Oldham in semifinal number 2. But right now, North Oldham, 6-point lead here as we head into the final 8 minutes of this contest. Gary, strong third quarter from the Mustangs.
Very much so. You know, they're methodical. They don't get in a hurry. They still have not made a turnover for the game. That's almost unheard of at the high school level. To give Walton-Verona credit, they just keep on chugging. And if they don't make those pesky turnovers, this is a much closer game. They did take a 2-point
Sears
lead.
with the backdoor cut, can't get it to go. Daniels tipped it, but Kearns right there for the board. The only thing close to a turnover was when Sears went to the basket and got his shot blocked. That's not a turnover, it's just a shot block in the book. And here, inside they get it, the free throw line, and fouled by Schmidl is Aaron Gutman. Gutman, the co-8th Region Player of the Year, offers from Georgetown College and Union Commonwealth, as well as Walsh in Ohio, Division II power.
Saw Georgetown play twice this weekend.
You saw your old buddies too, right?
I did. Unfortunately, my old buddies, Lewis and Clark, flew all the way in from Seattle and got beat. But Georgetown going back to the Final 16 in the NAI in Kansas City.
Almost stolen there by North, but Brooks Cargold comes away with the rebound off the errant three from Adam Gutman. And now Cargold will start the offense. A little weave action. Gus Soul, top of the key. Cargold now high left against Aaron Gutman. About a 5-inch advantage for Gutman. He towers at 6'6". Good hands by Strunk. Picked up by Schmidl. There's Sears. Sears back to Schmidl. Schmidl three, in rhythm, in and out. Daniels with the rebound, and Strunk rode him out a little too hard.
Well, Strunk blocked him out, and even after he got rid of the ball, he kept blocking his man out, so an easy call.
He's polite. Daniels is really polite. He moves those hips back and just got extraordinarily long arms to reach over and get that one. No foul, except Strunk got him after he had the ball in his hands. Cargold into the lane. There's Daniels. He knocks over Strunk. No call, and he lays it in. Daniels comes up a little lame, a little gimpy, as Tommy Gregg is checked back in for North. Corner three, Gutman got it. Adam Gutman, the sophomore, brings Walton-Verona within 5, and an immediate timeout by Mike Hester. Full timeout. We'll take a break to 6:02 remaining. 40-35 is the North Oldham lead. Stay with us on Glycod.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy. Let's take a look at this final bucket of the right before the timeout. Good ball movement, turns inside, kicks it to Gutman, and drains the three. And alongside Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar. And Gary, every time you think you're going to pull away, these Bearcats from Walton-Verona come clawing right back.
Well, they're just like their coach when he played years back at Simon Kenton. They're Bulldogs. You know, they're resilient. They just keep on banging.
This is definitely a tournament type of game. Winner survives and advances to tomorrow night's 8th Region Final here at the Roy at 7 p.m. They'll face the winner of the game following here as Sears down the lane. Dipsy-do, can't get it to go. Tommy Gregg tips it, and he's going to get called for the foul. Is it on him?
I think so.
Yes, it is. 13. I thought he had a different hand up. So it's his second, team's second. Second game tonight, Spencer County and South Oldham, rematch of the quarterfinal of last year's 8th Region tournament.
Well, coach versus pupil.
And coach versus pupil indeed. Gutman is trapped out there, gets it to Hester. Over to Kearns, his strong drive, and fouled by Gregg, his third, and the finish at the rim for Aiden Kearns.
Well, Kearns did a great job driving the baseline, and Thomas was a little hesitant.
Soul out, Daniels back in. Tommy Gregg, his second foul, 2 in a row, 1 at each end. Aiden Kearns, 60% free throw shooter. He had 9 points last week against Simon Kenton in the quarterfinal game, and he hits this three-point play. It's a 2-point lead for North. Here in this fourth quarter, the Mustangs up 2.
Paul, give Walton credit. You know, they just won't go away.
It's 6 straight for Walton-Verona. A 3 and an old-fashioned three-point play. Gregg into the lane against Kearns. Kearns solid. He gets knocked to the ground. A lot of contact, no call, rebound. I believe that's his 9th for Strunk. Kearns at the elbow. Out to Aaron Gutman. Out top to Adam Gutman, the sophomore. Hester. Good patience from the Bearcats. Coach Mike Hester on the floor, yelling out instructions, and here comes the offense. Hester to Gutman. Gutman into the lane, took an extra step, no good on the shot. Rebound number 10 and the putback, John Strunk. What a force he has been all night on the boards. John Strunk, the putback, ties the score at 40. Sears into Daniels. Daniels turns, decommits to the shot. Out it goes, Cargold. One-on-one against Gutman, gets into the lane, 3, Sears, got it.
If you give him time, his teammates were patient, did a great job.
30-second timeout by David Levitch. And he had a couple of words for the official about something. We're going to stay right here during this break.
He did, and the officials had a few words for him to go back over and sit down.
And that's what he's doing now with his team. Taking that 30-second timeout, 43-43, 27 to play. Really impressive effort from Walton-Verona this entire contest. And not to take anything away from North. I mean, they're playing much better than we saw last week against Simon Kenton.
Well, you know, we talked about before the game, could Walton withstand the physicality that North plays with, and they've done that and more.
They've handled the turnover situation. You know, when you think physical, you think big bruising guys inside. Well, Daniels is definitely, but it's Cargold, it's Schmidl on the perimeter, and it's the quick hands they possess.
They do a great job trapping and knocking the ball loose and stuff, but Walton-Verona done a great job. Here comes the trap out front.
And Hester gets through it, but he loosed the ball, and he pushed it to the backcourt. Oh, there is an opportunity here on a mini break, but they slow it down. Get it to Gutman. Gutman with the shot off glass. Daniels with the rebound. And North comes away with one. I thought Hester might have in the backcourt situation when he pushed that ball. Okay, the official thought it was a timeout, but it was a signal. It was a signal. Finger on finger from head coach David Levitch.
Well, and the other official right beside Levitch let the out official know that no, not a signal timeout, play call.
Sears hounded by Hester.
Look for him to work. I'd work Sears, either
Gutman,
Sears or Cargold.
On Gutman. Gutman gets the block again. And here comes Kearns. He's got to give it up. Oh, Kearns almost walked. 3, wide open. Hester, his first of the night, can't get it to go. Gutman won't be denied with the rebound, and he's fired up. I believe that's point number 19 or 20 for him now. And it's a 1-point lead for North.
Noise
Three
picking up.
from Schmidl, off, no good. Rebound comes down to Kearns.
I think they need to get Sears involved. He really is their best true shooter. Now, if you want to drive it, Schmidl.
You either got to
or
stop
Cargill.
and let Kearns run you over from behind, or get away and find Daniels down low if you can. Gutman takes a shot. Kearns on the baseline, back to Gutman. Long three, Hester can't find the range. Rebound, Gregg. He gets fouled as the young Gutman goes to the ground. Daniels can't get a break. A lot of contact, both ends.
Minute 26 to go in this ball game.
And there is an official timeout.
I think coach is getting a warning.
Oh, there's official timeout on as Adam Gutman, the sophomore, when he went to the ground, he fell hard. He's coming off the court. And ball in play for North Oldham. Up one, the Mustangs. Have to find some offense. Cargill goes in and he's just ripped to the floor. He got hit by two different guys and their fans, no, he got grabbed and thrown to the ground. And that's fine. It's only 2 team fouls.
It happens.
It does. First foul on Hester. He got him first. Aaron Gutman made sure he wasn't getting by him with a pull down, but, it happens. It's only the second team foul. 3 on North Oldham. Remember, 5 team fouls, your 5th team foul, automatic 2 free throws for the opposition.
Well, an easy reminder now, as we are in the semis, the winners of this game plays the winners of the second game, and what they have to look forward to is the 12th region winner, who's already been established, is Danville Christian. Great defensive team with size.
Yes, they are. Cargill, jumper from 16, no good. Tipped by Daniels. It comes down to Schmidl, and Schmidl's hammered to the floor.
Big offensive rebound by Daniels, kept the ball alive. Still early, no bonus situation yet.
3 team fouls on both squads. Schmidl to trigger it in from the right side. Daniels top of the key. Daniels looking for a teammate. No need to do anything. Nobody coming to him. And they get it to Sears.
Boy, I tell you what, I almost would have called a timeout if I was Coach Levitz.
I was getting a little concerned. And there's a foul on Aaron Gutman. So it's team foul number 4. That is the 3rd on number 33, Aaron Gutman, the high scorer of this contest.
1-point ball game, 43 seconds to go.
Tommy Gregg.
Gregg has been a little suspect tonight.
And the foul on Hester will send Sears to the line.
I'm going to tell you, they rank in the top 10 in the state in free throw percentages, so I understand the foul, but I'm not so sure I would have fouled him that early. But
just 2 of 5 from the line tonight. Sears.
Whoa,
6.
The freshman misses.
Into the lineup comes Adam Gutman. A good minute and a half of defense there from Wyatt Shearer. Shearer steps out.
Well, the biggest thing you can say for Shears, and it's a positive, he did not hurt him one lick when he was in there.
Sears to go up 2. Calmly drains that one, and a timeout, full timeout by the Mustangs. So we'll take a full timeout as well. 44-42 stretch run right ahead. Stay with us on Glycod.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy. Alongside Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar, and Gary, here at the Roy, it's getting loud, and it's down to nuts and bolts. 35.5 to go, 2-point lead for the Mustangs. What do you do on offense if you're the Bearcats?
We talked about it a minute ago between you, myself, and Mark Evans, who stepped in and helped us out tonight a little bit. And everybody's in agreement. You got one foul to waste. If you're North, you aggressively try to make a steal. If you make it, fine. You're still up 2, and you play from there.
No pressure in the backcourt. It's Hester now.
Let's see if they double and try to gap.
They're pushing Hester. Schmidl is a gamer, great athlete. And there is the moving screen called right before Schmidl.
Boy, big call.
He never stopped his feet, but I don't know. He got the body. Mike Hester protesting that call. Schmidl put a lot of pressure on Hester. And Justin.
But he fouls Sears.
And he does. He's
Twice.
Got his hands all over him. And Justin Hester called for that. 4 fouls on Aaron Gutman. You know, we saw the Louisville-Stanford game, and they're big. Stanford probably set 4 or 5 moving screens, and he got called for one late. Finally, they put him out for the 5th, and there's Sears at the line. Calmly hits the first, 22.7. Up 3 is North.
You know, you think, well, let's foul the freshman, but he's their leading scorer, and I think he's their leading free throw shooter.
91%, and he hits them both.
Those two didn't cause a ripple.
And they knock Gutman into a 3-pointer from the corner, and he drained it. That's why you don't allow him to shoot the 3. They couldn't get the foul timeout. Hester, it's a 1-point game. North Oldham will have the ball. It's a full timeout. We'll stay right here. Let's take a look. They tried to foul him. They bumped him hard, Gary. Let's take a look at this replay.
That almost looks like one of those moves he practices in the gym. You take it, you start right, you go left, you shoot the fade 3, and there was nothing but net.
Oh, beautiful stroke from Aaron Gutman. I believe he's over his 23.7 points per game average, but now 15.4. What do you do defensively if you're the Bearcats down 1?
Well, I try to pressure the ball without fouling.
In the backcourt?
You have to be careful. About 3/4 court, and then you got to try to, as they cross half court, then it's every man for himself. Your question is, who do you foul? Do you foul Sears again? I'd probably foul Cargoyle or Schmidl, because it's going to go to those two. They're going to trap it out of Sears' hands.
Tommy Gregg, 57% from the line. Schmidl.
I don't think Gregg gets to touch it. Or
Daniels.
The two bigs don't touch.
55% from the line. Oh, they got him deep. Tommy Gregg can't track it down. He staves it, and it's ball. 10 seconds. And the steal by Gray Schmidl. The absolute unbelievable steal by that superb athlete, Gray Schmidl. They held up Aaron Gutman just enough for Schmidl to come in and take it right away.
Well, Coach Hester right on the sideline vehemently calling for the foul.
That looked clean
on Gutman
from our angle, but he was right there.
Yeah, of course, he has a vested interest.
Schmidl to the line for 2. He's 39%, and he hits the first.
See, plenty of time. You got relatively 6 seconds left, and
The second of two. Gray Schmidl sinks it. It's a 3-point lead.
Do not let Gutman beat you.
And they foul.
They fouled that time.
Aiden Kearns, that's foul number 4. It's foul number 4. And then there is a timeout as the ball will be taken out on the side. 3.4 to go. We'll stay right here. Foul was on the floor. It'll be out of bounds at half court, Gary? Is that where it'll be?
It's right there by the
scorer's table,
where the official is standing. Now the amazing thing is this. Let's give Walton-Verona credit. They baited that pass in a 1-4 cross where they would throw the ball out to a 53% shooter. So they played those odds. Not only did he not get to the ball, he was barely able to knock it down. And Walton-Verona comes up with the ball. Got Simon on the brain tonight.
Walton-Verona beat Simon Kenton last week, and these Bearcats have played a superb game despite giving up 15, 16 turnovers tonight.
Right now, 8 and 8, 16 turnovers.
And still 0 for North Oldham, correct? 3-point lead, 4 seconds to go. John Strunk will throw it inbounds. Strunk is the least likely 3-point shooter.
Well, they're playing it that way. They're completely off Strunk. You got 3 guys around Gutman.
There is the pick. Gutman to tie. The hesitation just short. And North Oldham survives the Bearcats of Walton-Verona 48-45 in a thrilling final possession win for the Mustangs. Gary, they did all they could, did Walton-Verona. A terrific play coming out of the timeout. They had the man to shoot it. Gutman couldn't get it to go. Well defended by North. Folks, we'll recap this one. Stay with us. Our post-game programming will recap this thrilling semifinal and set you up for Spencer County South Oldham to come. Stay with us on Glycod.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind. At Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit ritchieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street, helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to the Roy here at Henry County High School. A thrilling 48-45 win for the North Oldham Mustangs over the Walton-Verona Bearcats. And Gary Forrest, down the stretch, Walton-Verona gave them everything they had, and North had an answer at the very end.
Yeah, very much so. And first of all, hats off to Walton-Verona. Trailed probably 96% of the game, yet still able to come back and make a game of it until the final buzzer.
Well, we'll talk about the stats when we return, but we'll have our final look at stats when we return, as well as our most outstanding players of the game from both teams. A terrific battle, a chess match back and forth. Mike Hester and his squad, just every time it looked like they were falling away, they come back and come back and come back, and terrific job by them. But North Oldham has enough. They survive and advance to tomorrow night's 8th Region Championship game against the winner of our upcoming matchup, Spencer County and South Oldham. Stay with us. When we return, folks, we will have our stats of the game and our outstanding players of the game. Stay with us on Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Check it. Ooh.
Oh, come on!
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy. North Oldham High School 48-45 winner over Walton-Verona Bearcats to advance to tomorrow night's 8th Region Championship game here at Henry County. Want to remind everyone that tonight's scoreboard is presented by Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions, clarity for your financial future. And tonight's final stats brought to you by the German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. And now for those German American stats, we go to Gary Forrest. Gary.
Well, interesting stats to say the least. Let's take a look at Walton-Verona. They were 17 of 31 for the game. That's almost unheard of, and you lose. They out-rebounded their opponent. They had 27 rebounds for the game. The problem was 16 turnovers. When you look at North Oldham, they were 16 of 38, right at 50%. 15 rebounds, but they're out-rebounded 27-15. But the amazing statistic of the game was we have North Oldham down for 1 turnover for the game. So, I mean, that's just unheard of at any level.
And really, it was 16 to 38 with 42%. The math, I know it confused me too for a minute, but hey, Gary, a real solid defensive performance from North Oldham. They hang their hat on that zone defense.
Very much so, and we talked about it before. It's confusing. We asked Coach Hester, did you spend a lot of time in your practice talking about it? He said, no, to tell you the truth, Coach, if the more you talk about it, the more it confuses kids. We just told them, if anything, sometimes you just play like it's a man-to-man and run your man stuff. They did a great job. They got in a 1-3-1 and were very effective. But it also doesn't hurt to have the 8th Region Co-Player of the Year on your team. And Aaron Gutman really showed it tonight.
He was terrific. Those are your final stats brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. And now we transition right into our most outstanding players, presented by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. For the Walton-Verona Bearcats, Gary?
Well, can't say enough for Aaron Gutman. He almost single-handedly kept his team in the game. Had a big missed 3 that could have maybe put him ahead late in the game. Under duress, I might add, he was guarded by 3 guys. Solid night.
Solid night for him and for John Strunk. One tough hombre inside.
Well,
double-digit rebounder, too.
Strunk is that guy that does all those things every coach says, I need 2 guys to do.
I love that guy. I love that type of player, and Strunk showed out as well tonight. So Aaron Gutman for Walton-Verona and for the victorious North Oldham Mustangs.
Well, for North Oldham, we probably had about 3 players you could take and say that person was good at this moment, that person at this moment. But we ended up with Greg Smittle, and the reason was Smittle is the guy that made big defensive plays, big buckets late in the game.
No, not just late.
Yep.
Beginning, middle, and late to come away with a couple of big steals, hit those 2 free throws to put them up 3 at the end, 48-45, the difference. So Gray Schmittel for North Oldham and Aaron Gutman for Walton-Verona, tonight's most outstanding players, presented by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. We are efforting Coach David Levitch. If we can get him here, we will interview him during the break. But stay with us, folks. More to come as we prep for Spencer County and South Oldham 8th Region semifinal number 2 coming at you Stay with us on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German-American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German-American Bank, building our community together.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free, no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard. Do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy here at Henry County High School, Roy L. Winchester Gymnasium. And folks, late last week, it was brought to our attention that during a prior broadcast, one of our colleagues gave remarks which inadvertently made it to the air and upset many of our viewers. These comments are not reflective of Glycod's views and foundation of business. Please accept our apology. We thank you. And now for our starting lineups, brought to you by Mortensen Family Dental. Mortensen Family Dental, a healthy smile means a healthier you. Visit Mortensen Dental to locate an office near you. I want to remind everyone before we get to that, this broadcast is authorized by Henry County High School in the 8th Region with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. We thank you for watching. First, for the Spencer County Bears. These Spencer County Bears, Gary Forrest, last year in this quarterfinal round, upset And of course, their head coach, as you mentioned in our opener, head coach Jason Burns, a disciple of Coach Steve Simpson.
Well, very much so. And so, there's some brotherly love here, but when they tip it up, both teams want to be successful. Coach Burns worked for Coach Simpson for about 5 years as assistant coach before he took the job at Spencer County, and implies a lot of the things that South did, but he's a man of his own will, and he does things also differently. So that matchup is something that we can look at from time to time. Both of them look as one another with great respect.
Well, here are your Mortensen Family Dental starting lineups. First for the Spencer County Bears in their dark uniforms. Is that navy blue or is that black? That's black with the blue letters and numbers and the white trim. At forward is 6'6" senior, number 15, Jack Armstrong, averaging 13.6 points and 6.3 rebounds a game. At guard, a 5'10" junior, averaging 13.5 points, number 3, Samuel Seawright. At forward, a 6'4" senior, averaging 12.2 points and 4.4 rebounds per game, number 25, Jackson Combs. At forward, a 6'5" sophomore, 9.1 points and 4.8 rebounds per game, number 35, Chris Armstrong. And at guard, a 5'11" junior, averaging 7 points and 3.3 rebounds per game, number 5, Brady Smith. That's Smith, Armstrong, Combs, Seawright, and Jack Armstrong, the older brother of Chris Armstrong, for head coach Jason Burns and the Bears of Spencer County. Now for the South Oldham Dragons and head coach Steve Simpson in his 25th year at the helm. At guard, a 6'2" senior, averaging 22.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, number 50, Julian Miles. Also at guard, a 6' senior, 13.6 points per game and 2.7 rebounds per game, number 0, Jake Fithian. At forward, big guy who has good range as well, 6'6" senior, 10.6 points, 5 rebounds, leading rebounder on the team, number 12, William Burnside. And at forward, averaging 8.9 points per game and 4.5 rebounds, a 6'3" senior, Brooks B. B wears number 34. And also at the fifth starter, is it Xander Searcy? Yes, it is. It is Xander Searcy. He's a 5'10" junior, averaging 2.2 points. The 5'10" junior wearing number 23, Xander Searcy. So it's Searcy, B, Burnside, Fithian, and Miles for head coach Steve Simpson. Those are your Mortensen Family Dental starting lineups. Visit mortensendental.com to locate an office near you. A healthy smile means a healthier you. For Scott Moore, our producer here, Scott, I think we're just going to stay here, and we'll go to our last break, and then we'll come back with tip-off. Stay with us on Glycod.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash. Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy as we are awaiting tip-off for Spencer County and South Oldham. Alongside Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar. And Gary, they're inducting a couple of members into the 8th Region Hall of Fame. What can you say about these folks?
Well, the first inductee is a fellow by the name of Jim Hurst. Known him a long time. He coached at Trimble County. Had some success. Once again, small school coaches sometimes get overlooked. And against schools his size, I put Jim up against anybody. And second person to be brought into the 8th Region Hall of Fame is Glenn Drury from Anderson County, and had his team in the state tournament a few times. I battled him, and I consider him a close friend.
When did he retire?
Glenn retired. You have to be out 5 years before you can be nominated. So Glenn has probably been out about 10 years now.
He had some prolific scorers in Anderson County. Scotty Davenport had one of them.
Yes.
He had the top scorer after Jimmy Dan Connor. He broke Jimmy Dan Connor's record.
He had Jimmy Dan Connor. He had a guy named Will Carlton who went on to play at Utah and Georgetown. A guy by the name of Beasley that played at Morehead State. And a series of people from one family, the Penny family.
The Kobe Penny and his older brother. Those two, Kobe, the younger of the two, broke Jimmy Dan's scoring record. So, interesting, good stuff on this 8th region. But right now we had a little glitch on our starting lineups for the Spencer County Bears. We're going to go back to those as Scott Moore, our producer on site, want to bring those up. It is at forward, 6'6" senior, number 15, Jack Armstrong. Also at forward, a 6'4" senior, number 25, Jackson Combs. Another forward is 6'5" sophomore, number 35, Chris Armstrong. At guard, 5'10" junior, Samuel Seawright. And at guard, number 5, Brady Smith, a 5'11" junior. Those are your 5 for the Spencer County Bears: Armstrong, Seawright, Combs, Chris Armstrong, and Brady Smith. So with that, we'll return as festivities continue here in between games. We'll come back with tip-off for South Oldham and Spencer County. Stay with us on Glycod.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Definitely. Best competition. Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy and Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy alongside Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar, and the starting lineups being announced for Spencer County earlier this year. Gary, South Oldham defeated Spencer County 56-51 on December 27th in the Taylor County Farm Bureau Tournament. And then on January 21st, at South Oldham got a 10-point win, 58-48. I believe you were at that game, right?
Saw that one, and, last year, and I'm sure it still hurts, South Oldham lost to this Spencer County group, which bumped South out of contention for the state tournament and sent Spencer on their way.
Well, let's see what Coach Burns has in store for his mentor, Coach Steve Simpson of South Oldham. The Dragons twice defeating the Bears. And, you always hear that it's tough to win a third time, and I say you probably got more than a 70% chance of winning a third time when you won two.
I'd rather be the coach who won the first two than lost the first two.
Yes. How do you got to figure out how to win.
Yep.
And unless something significant has changed for the team that beat you, boy, that's a tough road to get over.
Well, it's how your kids handle it. If they come off all sure of themselves, maybe too much, it may come back to haunt them. So they have to handle it maturely. Like, yes, we did win two against them, but we need to remember how we won those games.
The strength of this Spencer County Bears, Spencer County Bears team, much like the Walton-Verona, they got a big front line.
They do. They've got great size, and they do a very good job. They're guy that handles the ball and makes those clutch decisions. The coach on the floor is Sam Seawright. So as Seawright goes, I think they go.
And the tip won by Jack Armstrong. And here comes the Bears, Sam Seawright with the ball. Or I'm sorry, that's not Seawright. That was Smith. Now there's Seawright.
South Oldham 2-3 defense. They'll run multiple defenses, 2-3, 1-3-1, and man-to-man.
And that corner three wide open as Jackson Combs puts it down.
Combs takes first blood.
Brooks B. Xander Searcy left wide open, short on the three. Good fight for the rebound, but Brooks B. can't corral it out of bounds to Spencer County.
Searcy, more of the setup man than a prolific scorer. So 1-3-1 now. So South Oldham mixing it up.
It's Julian Miles at the top of that defense, number 50. All Glycod football running back. This kid over 2,000 point scorer, one of the all-time leaders in South Oldham history in scoring. Inside it goes. That's Jack Armstrong out of bounds off of South.
If Spencer is to be successful, I really think they have to hurt South inside offensively. They have the size to do it. Will they have the patience?
Armstrong to Smith. Back to Armstrong. On the block. And that 3-second one tonight. This time, Chris Armstrong, the sophomore.
Well, South Oldham noted as the three-shooting team, and Spencer says, well, take a load of this.
It's 6-0 lead early. Searcy finds Burnside in the middle. He kicks to B. Brooks B, three, no good. Rebound to Seawright. And Seawright stood up near half court by Julian Miles, and he draws the foul. Seawright was a spark plug last year for this team, Spencer County.
Well, watching him the first game, he does a really good job when particularly they get in trouble. Makes good decisions, takes smart shots.
6 20-point games for Seawright. Oh, two guys in the same spot.
South
no
Oldham,
problem.
2-3 defense, so 3 ups and down the floor, 3 different defensive looks.
Seawright into the lane, and Jack Armstrong turns for that elbow jumper. Rebound comes down to Brady Smith. Seawright three-corner, got it. 3 threes to start the game, and Steve Simpson calls timeout. 30-second break. We'll take a break as well. Stay with us on Glycod.
The one way a good person goes to prison is to hurt or kill someone while driving drunk. Why would you throw your life away? John and I are asking you, please don't drink and drive.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
An early timeout taken by South Oldham head coach Steve Simpson. The Dragons now down to 4 timeouts as they are down 9-0, and a spark from the Spencer County Bears, Gary Forrest.
Well, very much so. And what we have seen right now is South Oldham, known as the three-point shooting team, one of the tops in the state, is being given a lesson by Spencer County. 3 threes, 3 made.
And 2 of them from the left corner. Miles, 3, dead on, deep. Strong, Burnside gets the rebound. Searcy probes the lane, kicks it Burnside. Burnside was covered by Searcy for a moment. Searcy straight on 3, air ball. There's a rebound by Miles. And Searcy barely hit the front of the rim on the first possession and missed everything on that one.
Well, real quick change up. Searcy out.
Drew Campbell comes in.
And Campbell in.
6'1" junior, averages 4.2 points per game. Searcy got to bring confidence back to the floor. So he'll take a break. Man-to-man defense now. 4 different looks. Run and jump, corner 3. Again, can't get it to go. Julian Miles with the rebound, as that was off by Jackson Combs, but the steal there. Chris Armstrong comes up with it. South 3+ minutes in, still looking for their first point. Oh, Julian Miles tipped that one away.
Well, you have to be really careful in big gyms, and it's because big gyms give you a different look as far as depth perception, and sometimes the teams that shoot a lot of threes, maybe not one game, maybe not two, but they'll find a game in which the perception maybe plays little tricks on them a little bit.
Nice ball movement by the Bears. Seawright fakes the three, drives baseline. He's trapped, kicks it out.
I like Seawright. Doesn't get in a hurry.
And that three off the mark, rebound to Brooks B. That was Chris Armstrong with the three. Corner, it goes to Campbell. Campbell up to the top. Burnside, he's not afraid to shoot threes.
We haven't heard Burnside's name much. I know it's early.
Straight on, Campbell three, no good. Rebound, perfect position, Julian Miles. It's his third rebound of the night. Inside, outside to Burnside. Burnside can't get it. And an opportunity wide open. And Campbell gets it to Brooks B for the layup. First bucket on the board for the Dragons.
South Oldham known to pass up twos, looking for threes, and there was the case. But they ended up settling for the two after all.
Campbell was wide open on that rebound, but decided to take a look as Seawright three in and out, no good. Burnside can't control it. Rebound tip to Jack Armstrong, his layup. 11-2, 9-point lead. Julian Miles, around the screen. Drains the 24-footer.
1-3-1, three-quarter court press. So Coach Simpson throwing all the junk at him.
Oh, that was a couple of shuffles of the feet from Brady Smith, no call. It's Jack Armstrong. Oh, they try to go inside Armstrong, and he didn't move. Fithian's first attempt is true. Fithian rallying his team with Julian Miles, these two sharpshooters. And we got a 30-second break. We're going to stay right here through this break. And that timeout was Spencer County. Gary, you get Miles and Fithian heated up. So they're tough.
Well, you know, the team that leads the state in three-point attempts, South Oldham, never seen a three-pointer they didn't like. So you can bet, you know, they'll shoot more than 50% of their shot attempts from the three-point range.
Julian Miles with 122 3-points made. He leads the Dragons and the 8th region. He was 4th in the state, but he is the lone remaining three-point shooter of the top 4 still in the postseason tournament. Fithian,
1-3-1 on the half by South Oldham.
Has made 105 three-pointers, so that's 227 three-pointers. Phenomenal production. And there's the steal. Good hands there by Miles as Campbell picks it up as Miles deflected it away. Fithian, high left. Miles against that 2-3. He's got the baseline guy, Burnside. He fakes, takes the dribble, goes up strong. That's as strong a move as I've seen Sam Burnside make all year, Gary.
Well, William does a great job of not getting in a hurry. He's both an inside-outside player, and I think maybe one of the overlooked players of this South Oldham team.
I said Sam, thinking of Sam Burns from Eastern, who I've had a couple times a year, but it's William, and there's the three right back at you. Brady Smith. William Burnside on that low block in that. There's the corner for Burnside, and he almost threw it away, but Campbell gets it, kicks it. William Burnside for three this time.
Well, that's the way South plays. It's a game of runs on three-point attempts. They'll miss 3 or 4, then they'll crack up 3 or 4.
And they have hit 3, 1 for Miles, 1 for Fithian, 1 for Burnside. Good screen for Smith. Out to Seawright. He is trapped there. This defense picking up for South Oldham. Nice move inside for Combs. Jackson Combs gets it to go.
Combs, a great job showing patience.
Miles finds Campbell, buries it, and we're tied at 16 under a minute to play first quarter.
There goes that run of threes. They missed 3 early. Now they come back and hit 3 in a row.
And 4 of their last 5 buckets have been threes. Throw in a Burnside 2. And a great take, Brady Smith strong to the rack.
Well, this may not be a great exhibition in defense, but both teams have shot it well.
2-point lead for Spencer County. Julian Miles moves right, and he walked. Oh, they called a foul.
Ooh.
They got him up high for sure, but I thought he had a little hitch in his giddy up there.
Well, Coach Burns arguing with the official, you won't win that one, but maybe he's planting the seed for the next one. Right amongst the Spencer County crowd.
Colton Werktel, he's number 11. Werktel is a 6'3 junior, and inside it goes. Campbell can't get it to go. Final possession, 7, 6, 5. Smith gets into the lane. He stops, fades, pops, no good. Rebound to Werktel, and end of the first quarter. 2-point lead for the Spencer County Bears over the South Oldham Dragons. Stay with us, folks. Second quarter straight ahead on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy here at Henry County High School alongside Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar. Gary, a strong start for the Spencer County Bears, but Oldham showed a lot of what they're about there in the last 3 minutes of the quarter.
Well, we know South shoots the ball, and anyone in the 8th region and maybe beyond knows that that's a big part of their offense. What we didn't know and hadn't seen was Spencer come out. And from the get-go, it was, well, if you're going to shoot threes, we'll shoot them too. So I don't know if it's been poor defense as much as it's been really good offense on both teams' behalf.
And South Oldham, first possession of this second quarter. Werktel gets it to Campbell. His corner 3. Got it. Drew Campbell. 30% free three-point shooter.
Well,
drains that one from the corner.
One of the hard things, too, is Campbell came off the bench and is now 2 for 2 on those threes.
They have 5 for the night. 2 for Campbell, 1 for Fithian, Miles, and Burnside. That 3 goes long. Campbell with the rebound. Here comes Julian Miles. 1-point lead for South Oldham. Corner, Campbell, Fithian, Miles, good movement. Werktel back to Fithian. Fithian probing. They spread the floor well.
Watch the dump pass into the middle. There it is to Burnside. Very good passer.
Campbell into Burnside. Burnside can't catch that one. Into the lane goes Combs. Combs against Werktel. Werktel probably got away with one there.
Very much so, I think so.
There's Ben Armstrong, I believe, has checked in, the 6'4 sophomore.
Got all these Armstrongs, you better know their numbers.
Yeah. Burnside. And that's going to, no, he saves it, does Julian Miles. Fithian, corner, Werktel, 3, got it. And that's 6 threes, 18 of the 22 points coming from distance for South Oldham.
That's the way they play. It's a game of runs. Sprinkled in with a little defense inside to hold the other team down. if you're going to allow South to get in the 60s, 70s, they'll be a hard team to beat.
Brady Smith looking inside. He goes to drive. Left hand. Can't do it. Too strong. Rebound to Miles. Julian Miles. Stops. Pops. Got it. 7 threes for South Oldham. They're riding a wave. And they force a timeout from Spencer County. We'll take a 30-second break. Right back with you. More second quarter action on Glycod.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Want to remind everyone this broadcast is authorized by Henry County High School in the 8th Region with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. We thank you for watching. Gary, what's triggered this offensive surge from South Oldham?
About 7 out of 11 threes, and they missed their first 4, so you figure.
Yeah, and that pace just seems much more clear offensively.
Well, it is for South Oldham.
Oh, and there is Jackson Combs. He is fouled by Werktel.
I like the call. Werktel got up into a space, and Combs freed himself up.
I like it too, but he's got to watch. That shoulder came up a little high on Werktel.
Yep.
But the official knew. He was right on it.
Yep.
He was ready to call that one. That was an easy one out in open space. Seawright. Right side. That's Armstrong, and there's a foul out.
It'll go on B, or could be 50.
Is that on B? Brooks B with the foul, I believe.
Maybe 50. It was B.
It was. His first, team second of the quarter. And inbound for Spencer County. They find Smith. Smith is shifty out there.
He's done a good job protecting the ball as well. So a lot of pressure on Smith to get the other pieces where they belong.
Drew Campbell on him. Smith probes, finds Seawright straight on 3. No good. Rebound tipped by Miles, grabbed by Miles. Julian with a head of steam for the layup. It is good, and the foul. You saw it coming from the backcourt.
The South on one of their patented runs. Usually it's sprinkled in with a couple of deuces, mostly trays, and there was one of those trays, now maybe the hard way.
It was 11-2 in the first quarter. It's a 25-7 run. Make that 26-7 run. Julian Miles, the old-fashioned three-point play.
Well, Miles showed his football skills there, lowered his head, and went off tackle.
7 threes from distance, and an 8th three, the old-fashioned three-point play. There's from distance. Combs buries it. Jackson Combs says, I got this.
I'll see you and raise you.
His third one, I believe, or second. I believe that's his third. In the lane it goes to B. Kicks it to Werktel. B turns and looks. Julian fakes the 3, reloads, buries the 3. Woo! Boy is en fuego. Offers from NAIA Asbury, Campbellsville, and University of Cumberland. Also Transylvania. And 9 touchdowns as a running back. 11 TDs as a receiver. I mean, he was everywhere. 3 kick return touchdowns. Terrific athlete, Julian Miles. Seawright against Miles. Man pressure. Down on the block. Combs. He's scoring every which way you want, Gary.
Nice. Showing a variety. Great job down on the block.
Here's the 2-2-1 pressure. It goes to Fithian. He picks it. Oh, and the first miss from distance. He comes down to Brooks B, and he's fouled. First three missed from distance in a while.
Well, think about it too, Paul. The shots they've missed from distance, they've gotten the offensive rebound.
Yes.
So the old adage about if you shoot the long ones, South has done a really good job throughout the season getting shots off even their missed threes.
So out of bounds to South. Both teams with 2 fouls in this second quarter. Workdale. Campbell 3. Buries it.
How'd you like to have him come off the bench like that?
That is 9 threes. And they've missed 5, so they're 9 of 14 from the three-point line.
Well, they're getting good looks. They're not being rushed. They're able to set up and stroke. It's like shooting off that machine they use every morning.
Near over 60%, but right back at you on this end of the floor. Keaton Jones, number 13, just checked in. Right there is another 3, but Workdale with the rebound, and there's the block. Workdale to the line for 2. Campbell missed the 3, so 9 of 15, 60% from 3 are the Dragons. Keaton Jones, a 6'2 sophomore in there. He wears number 13. 39% three-point shooter, and Colton Workdale, the junior, will be shooting 2, 73% from the line.
Once again, Paul, a missed 3, but they get the offensive rebound and a chance to convert. So even when they miss, they get points.
Get from the line this time. Colton Workdale hits 1. Workdale hits them both, and it's a 10-point lead, largest of the contest for the Dragons. They were down 11 early. They have made a huge comeback. Since being down 11-2, they come back 34-14. But, there is... I mean, he hit the early one. That's Chris Armstrong.
Well, the Bears sort of forgot their inside game. They've shot it so well on the outside where I thought they would have to attack South, but we don't have the percentage of those go.
Julian Miles slipped it to Workle. Back to Julian. He goes inside. Blocked by, was that Jack? That was Jack Armstrong.
It was one of those Armstrongs.
It was the senior. Armstrong, the senior.
Nice
Armstrong,
pass.
the sophomore, and that pass, Workdale comes down hard. He gets picked up by Fithian. He fouls. Who did he foul? He fouled Jones, so out of bounds to Spencer County. Brady Smith to trigger it in underneath the basket. Man-to-man from South Oldham. Oh, wide open corner 3. Seawright can't get it to go.
Had a good look.
Battle for the rebound. Workdale comes up with it. Fithian quickly ahead. Campbell drives baseline, gets fouled at the rim by Chris Armstrong. Foul number 4 on Spencer County. Their next time they foul, it'll result in automatic 2 free throws for South Oldham. 5 fouls in a quarter. Gives your opposition automatic 2 no matter where you foul them. Campbell hits the first.
Well, it doesn't hurt that South is one of the top 10 free throw percentage shooting teams in the state. You know, they're strictly an offensive.
70% from the line is Campbell. He hits them both.
1-3-1 defense by South on the half now with 1:35 to go in this first half.
Colton Workdale up high. They try to get a double there, but Smith gets out of that. Jack Armstrong back to Smith. Corner 3, Jones, and the rebound to Chris Armstrong. Can't get it to go. Seawright comes flying in. He can't get the putback, and in midair, his own teammate runs into him, and he came down face first, but he's okay. think he got the body first. That could have been a real tough one. Seawright kept his teeth from hitting the ground.
Yep, did a good job of catching himself. I don't think he took a full face plant.
But when you're up that high and you come down that quick, you better be ready. They're going to get some attention for Seawright, so he'll go off. He will not shoot two. And in will come Combs to shoot the free throws.
South Oldham substitute Searcy back in for Campbell. Campbell, what a lift off the bench.
Two free throws now. For Combs. Hits the first, comes off the bench. What number is about to come into the game, Gary? Can you see that? And he misses a second, does Combs. Brooks B with the rebound. Searcy, they're sagging way off on Searcy.
Well, the book's there on Searcy, you know, he's more
And there's the steal. He tried to give it to Julian Miles, and they just took it right from him. And Julian with charge with the block, as Smith will go to the line for two. That's Miles' second.
Well, you want to be careful with Miles with a minute to go. You know, you don't want him to pick up that cheap third foul, and I think Coach Simpson's going to sub him out and bring his brother, Adrian, a sophomore, in for him.
Adrian Miles will wear number 22. He's a 6'2 sophomore, lefty. And this is where, Gary, we got to get you to use your influence a little bit. Regional tournaments have one site. They should have sweepers, moppers. They should, at each end of the floor. Shouldn't have to stop the game, run and get a towel. Right? Regional tournaments, give the kids a good spot on the floor. Hey, we need some help.
Well, tonight's a perfect night. You've got the South Oldham Booster Club over there with a bunch of these foam fungies that are swinging around.
Yeah.
Designate a couple of them to come out there and clean the floor.
Mop, clean up. Let's get that moisture off the floor.
Man, what an offensive first half for both teams.
Yes, both free throws good for Smith. Julian Miles goes into the lane. Nice hands, quick hands, deflected away out of bounds by Chris Armstrong. 54.9 to go in the second quarter.
Well, Miles stays in. Surprise. And his brother comes in at the other guard spot.
For Searcy. Into the corner, Brooks B, three, buries it. Brooks B from way downtown. He's fourth on the Dragon with 49 threes on the year. And he shoots 45% from distance. Miles switched on to Jack Armstrong. 4-inch height advantage for Armstrong there. A spin move into the lane. Seawright didn't see it coming. Miles picks up the steal. Fithian back to Julian Miles into the elbow jumper area. Spins out, no good. Rebound. War for the rebound. Brooks B with the foul. I believe that's 3 on B.
Well,
just a second. His second, and that will be the team's 5th, and they will go to the line for 2. The Spencer County Bears. That'll be Chris Armstrong. Armstrong makes nary a ripple of the net. It was 18-16 at the end of the first quarter. It's been a 25-16 to 15 advantage, 25 to 16 advantage now for South Oldham in this second quarter. You see you're compiling the stats. You'll want to stay with us. We'll have a look at the halftime stats. Julian Miles, step back three, no good. Rebound, Chris Armstrong, still have time. Good defense, Fithian knocks it away. Brady Smith, he's going to get a running three. Can't get it to go at the end of the first half. 7-point lead for South Oldham. 41-34 is a score over Spencer County. Stay with us, folks. Halftime programming straight ahead on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management. Find out how to recycle or dispose of any item with Waste Wizard at oldhamcountyky.gov under Solid Waste Management.
Welcome back to the Roy here at Henry County High School. 8th Region Boys semifinal number 2 at the half, 41-34. South Oldham up on Spencer County alongside Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar, and Gary, what we lacked in scoring in the first game, 48-45 was the final. It's 41-34 here.
Well, when you're with South Oldham, you better be prepared for an onslaught of threes. They will let it fly. And tonight is a typical example. They're 10 I have them 10 of 16.
Yeah.
And that's after missing their first 3 to start the game.
Well, first 4 to start the game, actually. Yes, you were right. That was something, Gary, some kind of display. Want to remind everyone for the latest updates on all things high school athletics, including continuous score updates, visit glycod.com. We really enjoy what we do and appreciate your support. We have tonight's scoreboard is presented by Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions. Clarity for your financial future. When we return, we will have our halftime stats, set you up for second half. Stay with us. More to come on Glycod.
Be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard. Do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind. At Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit ritchieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street. Helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy here at Henry County High School. Alongside Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar, and we've got a 7-point lead for the South Oldham Dragons over the Spencer County Bears here at the half. And Gary, look at our halftime stats brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. And what are you needing?
Looking for those stats.
Oh, the stats. You need them right here. That's what we got. Here are the stats. Gary Forrest with the halftime stats.
Well, one of the things is you've been listening. We've seen an onslaught on the offensive end for both teams. Both have really used the three a lot. South Oldham missing their first 4-3, ends up 10 for 16 threes. And for a halftime total of 12 of 24, so they've shot 50%, but they've shot a better percentage from the threes. 9 rebounds, only 3 turnovers. For Spencer County, 13 of 24, just a smidgen under 50%. 8 rebounds, that's a push between the two, and only 3 turnovers. So offensively, a very well-played game for both teams.
Absolutely, indeed. South Oldham on fire from 3. Spencer County was on fire early, Gary.
Yeah,
but
very much so. They hit their first threes, come out with a 9-2 lead.
And hit, I think, 4 of their first 5, as a matter of fact. But they've clawed back into it, just down 7. Largest lead for South Oldham was 11. They were down early by double digits, South Oldham was. But, boy, that onslaught hits you, and it hits you quick. The winner of this one advances to tomorrow night's championship game. 7 o'clock tip-off versus North Oldham. The Mustangs advance. They survived a big scare from Walton-Verona, 48-45 in game 1. Here it's 41-34 at the half.
Well, Paul, I just don't think Spencer wants to get into a three-point shooting contest. The tempo's gotten a little fast for what I think they want to try to achieve, and I think they'd be better slowing it down a little bit and defending South outside in.
Wow, how about that? Jackson Combs, I believe that's number 4 for him on the night. A terrific play. Brady Smith got away with 3 steps there. He picked up that ball, kept those feet moving, and Julian Miles takes him to the rack for 2. But Smith found him wide open for the 3.
You've got Spencer preoccupied in defending the 3, and Miles just drives through it.
Brady Smith, 10-second call. Wow. And Coach, I mean, he's imploring his team. It's like Coach Burns is on the sideline. Come on, guys, help your teammates.
Well, once again, Spencer attempting to play man. You better play them outside in. Take those threes away.
Starting lineups on the floor, except Drew Campbell in for Searcy as Miles goes down low against Smith. Wants a call, but nothing there as he missed that little hook. 3 from Armstrong, no good. Rebound Fithian. And Brooks B's 3, no good. Rebound Seawright. Up ahead, Armstrong. Oh, he kept his hand on top of it. Oh, and
got away with a push, too.
He did Miles. That would have been his 3rd, but terrific left-hand cut across and a left-hand finish from Jack Armstrong. And the steal there. Here comes Combs. Can't get that one to go. Rebound comes down to Burnside. Up ahead now, Miles. Fake from Fithian. He drives and he's swatted away by Seawright.
You know, right now, Spencer, a positive, they've done a really good job on Fithian, who had either 4 or 5 threes the last game. So you've got to always know where he's at. They kept him from going off, but everybody else is shooting it.
And there, finish from the elbow.
Well, getting great mileage out of Drew Campbell off the bench. I've got him double figures already just starting the second half.
Oh, and look at that. Jack Armstrong with a nifty fake, and finish from distance. It's a 3-point lead now.
That's how South plays. They score in bundles and they give it away in bundles.
And Spencer County fans on their feet, rallying their defense. Brooks B 3, can't get it to go. Moore for the rebound. Out of bounds it goes on the line off of, I don't know if that was off of Smith or.
I think it's going to be South ball.
Yeah, Jackson Combs. They battled for it. South Oldham ball. South Oldham survived last week, a 2-point win at the buzzer. A rebound that came to Julian Miles, and he flung it up there, much like Chucky Hepburn for Louisville against Stanford in the ACC tournament last Thursday night. Fake, Fithian, 3, short, rebound, Seawright. Goes up ahead. The official right next to the coach, I'd asked him to get off the court, and he does. Seawright.
They've done a really good job on Seawright.
Yeah, and Brooks B. As Seawright was occupied by Campbell, Brooks B gets the steal. There's the 50 and 3, no good. Battle for the rebound, hands in there. And the official nearby, no call. The official on the near midcourt with the better angle, he calls it on Brooks B, his third. B will take a seat, and in comes Colton Werchtel. So a chance to tie or close the lead to 1 here for Spencer County. Again, do you see what I'm seeing when they stop and they keep those feet going?
Well, Spencer doing a better job of trying to get the ball inside.
That's 2 in a row real quick on South Oldham. Thought Burnside might have had that briefly, but he didn't.
See, I think, look at your scoreboard. What this tempo has done, it's allowed Spencer to get back in it.
A little slower tempo. Ooh. Jack Armstrong, 18-footer, no good. Rebound Werchtel. So into the front court, Julian Miles. Hand off to Fithian. Julian Miles resets the offense. Will Burnside. Werchtel. Burnside fakes the 3, puts it on the ground. Oh, if he takes that, there you go. One more step and he'd have the layup. And there's a 30-second timeout by South Oldham. We'll take a 30-second break here. Third quarter action. South up 5 over Spencer County. Stay with us on Glycod.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back. South Oldham 47, Spencer County 42 here. Semifinal number 2 of the 8th Region Boys Tournament. Winner will face North Oldham tomorrow night at 7 o'clock here at the Roy.
South Oldham back to the 1-3-1 on the half.
Werchtel out front. Combs to the corner. Armstrong. Combs. He's hit 4 threes tonight. Smith thought about it from about 28, but said no. Jackson Combs and Smith working the top. There's that look from Combs. Got it. And this young man is on fire. Jackson Combs, the 6'4 senior. He's had 2 20-point games, season high 21 against Grant County. Burnside underneath, and that should be a held ball. But it is a foul, I believe, if it's on 35. Yeah, that was the second defender.
Well, I thought that was a tough call, the official. And Coach Burns talking about what happened at the other end. But I think he's also saying, good call. But what about down here?
Well, that's the 4th call in a row made by that official. So he's getting all the action, and he was right on that underneath. And missed by Burnside.
Even when he blew the whistle, he didn't signal the call for a second. He looked around at the other officials, see if anybody had anything different.
Right.
That always makes me as a coach question how much he was sold on that call.
Were they looking for the held ball or that second guy?
Nobody there to bail him out. He had to make the call.
Burnside hits one of two, and it's back to a 3-point lead.
There's old steady Eddie Burnside when things aren't going well. Get him the ball. He'll even things out. He scores both inside and out.
He attacked the rim last time down, and this time he gets one of two free throws. Seawright and Smith against man pressure. Smith calls for a screen. Armstrong backs away. Fake three from Seawright. Smith goes to the basket hard with the left hand.
Nice move.
Brady Smith, the 5'11" junior. Julian Miles attacks. Burnside three, short. Rebound comes down to Burnside, and he's fouled.
Keep them out of the corners. You don't want to give South good looks in the corners.
They're just not knocking them down yet like they did in that second quarter or late in the first.
It's a game of streaks. Always remember that. You live with them, you die with them when you count on the three.
Miles orchestrating the offense, directing traffic against this 2-3 zone. Into the middle, Workdale, corner, Campbell, long miss, tipped by Burnside, picked up. Was picked up by Combs.
Once again, back to the tempo that Spencer wants. It's noticeably slowed down, and that fact is the fact that South isn't shooting as many or making as many threes.
Jackson Combs attacks the rack. Burnside got all ball, so it is on Fithian. Jake Fithian, his first, team's third of the quarter. Minute 5 to play, 1-point lead for South Oldham. A 16-10 advantage here in this frame. (17) now as the score is tied. Jackson Combs doing it inside, outside, going strong and scoring.
Well, don't look now, fans, but it's a 49-48 Spencer County lead.
With 1 minute to play in this third quarter. They run and jump. Julian Miles, he breaks it easily. Underneath, Brooks B can't handle it, kicks it out. Campbell fakes the three. Backdoor to Miles, his left-hand attempt. Off the wrong foot, switches hands. Julian Miles for the deuce. Oh, nice take to the rack, and Brooks B with his fourth foul.
Well, B not moving his feet, and Spencer's taking advantage of him. They're driving it right at him. See if Coach Simpson gets him out, because I'm like you, I think that's number 4, so he'll probably come in with the younger Miles,
Adrian, yes. Adrian Miles checks in for B as one free throw there from Ben Armstrong, the 6'4" sophomore. Double overtime winners last week were these Spencer County Bears over Henry County. What a game that was, Gary.
Boy.
Miles into the lane, gets it stripped, gets it knocked away, battle, war, and tackled to the floor. I mean, Drew Campbell was knocked twice, and he gets up. Lots and lots of fouls in the last 90 seconds of this frame. 4 for South Oldham and 3 team fouls on Spencer County. Miles gets it in to Fithian. 20 seconds. Miles getting held. Adrian Miles, 3 is pure. The lefty hits it from the left corner, and it's a 3-point lead under 10 seconds. Brady Smith, 4-3. He's got to do something. His step back 3, short, and fourth quarter we go. It's 53-50. South Oldham up on Spencer County. We'll be back. Fourth quarter action straight ahead. Stay with us on Glycod.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
The one way a good person goes to prison is to hurt or kill someone while driving drunk. Why would you throw your life away? John and I are asking you, please don't drink and drive.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the law offices of DeCamillis and Mattingly in Louisville. Our reputation is our trademark.
Welcome back to the Roy here at Henry County High School alongside Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar. Gary, a strong comeback from Spencer County. He held a brief 49-48 lead, and now it's 53-50 here at the end of 3.
Well, you know, Paul, once again, it shows you how valuable the 3 is to the South Oldham team. You know, they made 10 the first half. They had a comfortable lead. I had them only for 1, maybe 2. I have to go back and check my stats in the third quarter. So Spencer doing a much better job taking away the good looks for 3s.
And that one was at the very end, I believe. It was Adrian Miles.
Yeah, came off the bench.
Julian Miles starts the offense. The handoff, miscommunication between the 2 seniors, Fithian and Miles.
Fithian been awfully quiet, you know. Hadn't gotten any good looks.
A timeout on the floor as there is a substitution. Out goes Keaton Jones, and back comes Chris Armstrong. Armstrong, Combs, Smith, and Seawright, the starting 5 back in. Julian Miles, Adrian Miles, Jake Fithian, Drew Campbell, and Colton Workdole for South Oldham.
Really trying to work the ball inside to the block.
And there's the hands from Workdole. He gets the steal. When you get a turnover, grab the ball. I tell you, there are certain players on that University of Louisville team that could take that advice. They tend to get turnovers and then turn it over as Jake Fithian, the guy you wanted to see, he just says, I don't need the 3. I'll take it to the rack.
Well, Fithian did the right thing. They overplayed him on the 3, and he drove it to the basket for the easy layup.
It's a 5-point lead for South Oldham. Just under a minute gone in this fourth quarter. Seawright, 3, right corner, tipped. Battle for the rebound. Julian Miles tracks it down in the corner. Miles up ahead quickly. He beats 3 guys down the court. Colton Workdole, 3, buries it. Colton Workdole gives them an 8-point lead. Full timeout, Spencer County, and we will take a 60-second break. It's an 8-point lead for South Oldham. There's that run. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action on Glycod.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy. It is a quick, sudden, less than a minute ago, it was 53-50. It's 58-50 now for South. And Gary, you say they come in bunches. They can score quickly.
They do, and you know, if you're Spencer, you've got to be aware of that.
Brady Smith against man-to-man. Looking for a backdoor cut or a post-up. And Armstrong down on the block. Chris, the younger. Big, burly body. And to the rack, Brady Smith. He's done that a few times tonight, Gary. Corner pass to Fithian. He sets, shot, short, and a push on Drew Campbell. Campbell with a foul. It's first on South Oldham. It's his third of the night. Drew Campbell has done a terrific job off the bench for these South Oldham Dragons. Smith in the front court against big pressure. Jackson Combs pushes off a little but didn't extend the arm, and now we've got another foul as they were battling really hard. That's Adrian Miles and Jack Armstrong. That could have gone either way. Full timeout by head coach Steve Simpson and South Oldham. So we'll take a 60-second break. 5:44 to play. 6-point lead for South Oldham over Spencer County. Stay with us on Glycod.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
The pep bands, and I mean, this is a big pep band from South Oldham. Spencer County has theirs too. 6-point lead, Gary. You don't let up when you got a 6-point lead, not against this Spencer County team.
Well, same way with South. You know, you're only 2 threes away, either in or out.
Spencer County.
Look to go inside. Armstrong doing a great job posting up.
They are really clearing space to get. They're battling very hard inside.
Well, they realize there's a mismatch size-wise, and there it goes.
Jack Armstrong kicks it back out. 3 from Smith. In and out. Chris Armstrong, so tough. And that pass out to Smith. Can't connect.
Well, you can't fault him, but he did a great job. Should have turned right around and tried to put the ball back in the basket.
Chris Armstrong, just a sophomore. Have a feeling this young man's going to score a lot of points in the next 2 years.
Big, raw body.
Yes. He can shoot, can play. He's got a tough streak in him. Julian Miles stopped, 12-footer, in and out, no good. Rebound, worked out to Campbell. Campbell fakes a 3, drives, kicks to Fithian. Fithian now drives, baseline, no good. And rebound comes down to Jack Armstrong. See right, Brady Smith 3, got it. You can see that one coming. Brady Smith just, and there. Now finally, Spencer County's been initiating a lot of contact this quarter, and they got one there, right in front of the official. Jackson Combs ran over Julian Miles. Worktel gets it to Campbell, cross half court. Miles being hounded by Jackson Combs. Fithian.
Whoa.
He lost it. Mistimed that possession. As a point guard, the one-handed pass can be really dangerous.
Well, he already committed and his teammate stopped.
I got it, you take it. Whoa, turnover, South Oldham. Back in man pressure. Brady Smith takes the screen, comes back. Good ball handler, Brady Smith. Chris Armstrong hands it off, Seawright. Seawright quiet on the offense, but from 28, Brady Smith can't get it. Adrian Miles tracks down the rebound. Excellent battle in there with him and Jack Armstrong. Adrian Miles got the edge.
Miles giving up size, but did a great job of containing and holding his blockout position.
Then moving those feet to find the loose ball. Now Jake Fithian will run point. Campbell. Campbell gets it back from Adrian Miles. He drives into the paint, whole way across, left side. Fithian hands it off to Julian Miles. Well, I'm going to get double team there.
We got Miles in a mismatch with a big one on him. He's going to take him.
Chris Armstrong out on the perimeter. Miles, 25 feet, straight on, bang! And he gives the 3 sign to the fans from South Oldham. It's a 6-point lead. Spencer County calming down. Brady Smith, 3 1/4 minutes to go. Hands from Fithian, but Seawright recovers. Over to Smith. High post. Jack Armstrong in the lane. Dives down. Drew Campbell with the steal. Boy, these 8th region basketball, you turn your back on a defender and someone's coming to get you. Adrian Miles 3, no good. Rebound to Jackson Combs. Oh! Was there front court, back court, Gary? Nope. Or no?
Nope.
The foot was, but the ball wasn't.
Yep. Got to have 2 of the 3 points.
Correct. Just 1 foot. Good job there by Jackson Combs. Foul was on Julian Miles, his 3rd. Team 3rd. 2 3/4 minutes to play. Brady Smith works around the screen. Oh, Armstrong's got to watch. He can't get called for a moving screen, but Brady Smith goes to the rack, takes the contact and the finish. Go to the line for the 3-point play.
High screen and roll. Smith did a great job negotiating.
I was watching Armstrong there. I was like, whoa, don't get that foul. Can't convert. 4-point lead for South. Brady Smith really playing a great second half for the Bears. Fithian. There he is. He gets the steal and the 2. Brady Smith brings his Bears to within 2. Good job by Jake Fithian. Lots of contact. That was a violent swing. And contact, no contact, just with the ball. Seawright out of bounds. Ball will stay with South Oldham. Full timeout on South Oldham from Coach Steve Simpson. We'll take a 60-second break. More to come. Stretch run on Glycod.
Hey, how do you...
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Henry County High School. We're at the Roy, and it's a 2-point game with under 2 minutes to play. And Gary, what's Steve Simpson telling his group right now? I mean, they're face guarding Julian, or basically clamping Julian Miles.
Well, they'll run a set where they'll get a screen on Miles, or they'll cut him through and bring him back to the ball. We were just sitting here talking about how Combs did a great job defensively on Miles. So you got to watch Miles throwing the ball in, coming back in, and receiving the ball. Always know where the shooter is.
Box set, Julian Miles gets it.
Here he comes.
To his brother Adrian. 2-point lead for South Oldham. Terrific semifinal game. Julian Miles splits the defense. Corner. Adrian Miles 3, buries it. His second of the half, or second of the night.
Big shot by Miles. Julian Miles.
Adrian Miles.
Excuse me,
yes.
Adrian. Yeah, I'm used to it.
Brady Smith, he loses the handle.
Yep.
Nice job to screen away the defender. Seawright, corner, Armstrong 3, can't get it to go. Brady Smith flies in for the tip rebound, but he was out of bounds. Oh, that's a tough one. What a game Brady Smith has had. He's been everywhere this second half. Oh, they give it to Miles with a full head of steam. Julian breaks down Chris Armstrong, and he gets the layup over the middle. It's now a 7-point lead. 60 seconds to play. Spencer County, Brady Smith. Jackson Combs gets it blocked by Julian Miles. Jack Armstrong puts up, he gets the ball off the block, lays it good, and the foul on Drew Campbell. Wow. A little nervous, Gary.
Yes, bench is getting a little hard.
Yes, we'll stand for these last 50 seconds.
After 2 games.
It is. Short on the shot. Adrian Miles with the rebound. South Oldham's Drew Campbell gets it into the front court. And he loses the handle. He got clipped. He got clipped in the leg. That's only the 3rd team foul. 5 on South Oldham.
Now the foul situation kind of works against Spencer. You know, they're going to have to make a couple more.
They get it in. Adrian Miles, Colton Workdale underneath the basket. Wide open. Good decision by Campbell. He gets fouled on the reach by Jackson Combs. That's 4 team fouls, 36.9 to play.
Yep.
5-point lead. Every foul from here on out, 2 free throws for both teams. Substituted in the game, in for Jackson Combs, is Chris Armstrong. Has 4 fouls on Jackson Combs. Miles gets into the lane. Adrian gives it to Julian. And they're going to foul Julian with 30.7. And he is only an 80% free throw shooter. As you mentioned before, one of the top free throw shooting teams in the state. It's the first.
Well, Miles, unlike a lot of players, he thrives in this moment. He wants the ball, and he wants to be fouled. And, there's a lot of guys that send the false message that I wanted, but don't foul me late.
Not this guy.
Both free throws, neither one touched the rim.
Nothing but draw on that net. And that corner, great setup. Seawright, in and out. Tip, battle for the rebound. Campbell comes down with it, and there is a foul on Spencer County. Chris Armstrong. And you got to give it up to the South Oldham Dragons battling for rebounds, Gary, especially with the size advantage from Spencer County. And those kids are tough. Those Bears are tough. That's the third foul on Chris Armstrong. Drew Campbell cannot connect. It's a 3-possession game. Seven-point lead, 20 seconds. Campbell hits the second. 8-point lead. They roll it in. Brady Smith picks it up quickly across half court. Gets a screen. He wants to shoot. He goes with the leaner. Can't get it. Adrian Miles with the rebound. Julian looking ahead. Werkdal. Fithian. And they salt this one away. It'll be South Oldham against North Oldham tomorrow night. The 29th District foes will play for the 8th Region title tomorrow at 7. The South Oldham fans and the band cheering on their squad. 69-61 8-point win for the Dragons over this tough Spencer County Bears squad. We'll take our post-game break. When we return, we'll have analysis, we'll have stats, we'll have our most valuable players. Stay with us. More to come on Glycod.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind. At Richie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit richieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street. Helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to the Roy here at Henry County High School alongside Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar. We want to thank Mark Evans for joining us as well tonight. He was the third man. I wish we had a headset, Mark. That would have been awesome. Third man in the booth. It was good stuff all night, giving us support up here in our perch high above the Roy at the Roy L. Winchester Gymnasium here in Henry County. Gary, your reflection, your thoughts on that really competitive game tonight between Spencer County and South Oldham.
It really was. The first half, an offensive outburst for both teams, and that favored South, particularly when you make 10 threes. And the second half, Spencer able to maybe get the tempo a little bit back on where they wanted it, and actually at one time took the lead. So, it was a great game to the finish. And, if you play South Oldham, you have to be aware of offensive spurts. And within the last 2 minutes, we saw South come up with those offensive spurts.
And South did just enough to get that edge and then extend it with some free throws and some clutch free throw shooting as well from them. We'll come back, folks. We'll wrap things up with our post-game stats and our most outstanding players of the game. You won't want to miss that. Stay with us. We got a few surprises up our sleeve. Stay with us on Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to the Roy here at Henry County High School. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions, clarity for your financial future. And tonight's final stats are brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. And Gary Forrest, you have these final stats up here.
Well, I'm looking at the stats, and what I didn't see that I saw the first half was an onslaught of made threes by South, but they still find a way to end up winning the game. They still make 5 threes the second half for a total of 15. Any team at the high school level makes 15 threes, usually going to have pretty good success. From the field,
yes,
they were total 22 of 46, just a shade under 50%, 16 rebounds, and only 7 turnovers. They shoot it fast enough, they don't worry about turning it over. And for Spencer County, 23 of 44, a little over 50%. They rebound, basically a push. They had 15 and only 9 total turnovers. So really a great game. It was played really well.
High intensity here in this 8th region semifinal, but South moves on to play North Oldham. The rivals from the 29th district square off in the 8th region championship tomorrow night at 7. We'll be on air at 6:30, by the way. Tonight's final stats brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. And now we turn our attention to the most outstanding players, presented by Crestwood State Farm insurance agent Leslie Gilley. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. Most outstanding players, a little more interesting angle we had tonight, Gary. You could certainly say one guy here and one guy there, but a lot of players factored into this. Spencer County, first of all.
Well, Jack Combs, kept him in it the first half, and then the second half, it kind of switched over. Brady Smith.
Yep.
Can't read my writing. So both guys contributed each a different way in each half.
And you had so many contributors all the way around, but it was Jack Combs and Brady Smith for the Bears of Spencer County, and now for the victorious South Oldham Dragons.
Well, sort of the same thing. Some guys you count on every game to score points, and it kind of becomes a given. But we took 2 guys that came in at really important times for South when they were down and helped them get back into the lead. And once again, one was maybe super productive the first half and the other one the second half, and that was Drew Campbell and Colton Worktall.
Those 2 off the bench just kept giving the support that Julian Miles and even Adrian Miles, you can add with his couple threes and couple big rebounds down the stretch. The bench tonight for South Oldham, productive, maybe not on the stat sheet as much as they were in the intangibles. Steady play, strong defense. Colton Worktall, Drew Campbell from South Oldham. Their most outstanding players, brought to you by State Farm insurance agent, Crestwood State Farm insurance agent Leslie Gilley. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Our upcoming schedule reads like this. It's presented by Law Office of D. Camillus and Mattingly. Their reputation is their trademark. We've got 1 game left, and that's tomorrow night, 7 o'clock right here. The South Oldham Dragons against the North Oldham Mustangs. We'll tip off our coverage at 6:30 pregame show, 7 o'clock. We'll have it all for you right here on Glycod. So for owner and president Chris Labar, for our executive producer Steve Bird, for our outstanding on-site producer Scott Moore, and his wife Leslie is camera operator, we want to say big thanks. And for Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar. Folks, we thank you for watching. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night. 8th Region Championship from the Roy, North and South Oldham. Battle it out. You'll want to tune in for that one, folks. Thanks again for watching. Have a great night.
From Glycod, this has been Oldham High School's basketball. Tonight's game was brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring the Waste Wizard search engine. Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. German American Bank, serving our community since 1910. LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Operation Parent, and Financial Solutions Incorporated.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation.